yard is kind of one that is always interesting to watch them how they develop and play it, right? Sometimes they just fully trust X Power, other time they keep a player in mini all the time. And I think Mad Lions is definitely the type of team that is going to have just really strong mid-rounding. It's going to be hard to get a good read on them without having that CT aggression, without being assertive early. Because Mad Lions are coming out swinging. They are on a Gambit Youngsters burner, right? They've been playing just so well.
I think both we were talking, in that not necessarily the pre-game, but just to each other, in the DMs, right? You're always sliding in my DMs, dude. Like honestly,
why you gotta call me out like that? Nah, we're already like public partners, and you gotta call me out that I'm sliding your like. It makes me seem desperate, Chris.
No. I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm joking. But all the same, we were obviously watching the game beforehand, right? Because we're a little behind schedule and all that kind of stuff, so we've been ready for a while. And honestly, so excited for this. So excited for this game. Like I feel it's going to deliver in a lot of ways. They have everything going for them. There doesn't really seem to be too many vulnerabilities. I think the veto is very, very interesting. I'm not sure if Mad Lions have left that Dust 2 in for a reason.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were thinking, wasn't it?
Yeah, so because the Inferno from FORZE was maybe where we thought that we would end up, because Mad Lions usually be permaban in Dust 2, but I guess they're more scared, or they have a plan. It's hard to tell. And ultimately in this series, I suppose, time will be the greatest teller of all, really. So
yeah, I mean,
I'm excited.
Interesting and big wins, I'd say, for Mad Lions this month so far on this map, right? Almost beating Complexity 22-20 in a hot overtime there over in Cologne. Beating Mouse Sports, honestly, pretty simple. 16-4 on this map, and a close-ish one against OG 16-10, beating a spot of 16-9 today on this map. And just looking at their round win percentage, it's about what I would consider a really good Nuke team's like round win percentage to be at. You win the map 62% of the time. That's great. They've won a majority of their pistols, 10 out of 16, right? That's a 62% win rate on pistols alone, matching that win percentage on the map actually identically. And then you look at their CT win percentage at 62.1. So they win CT round 62% of the time, and T round percentage dead on 50. I think that's exactly where teams should be. It's kind of what they should strive for, right? If you can win half your T rounds, statistically, gives you a really good shot on that CT side where you win over 60%. Really cool stuff from them, and playing good teams on Nuke. They haven't played a team where you go, they're a little bit below them. They've all been honestly up to par.
Hopefully into the action soon here, as we are talking the game up. Oh, well, what can I say? What can I say? I have all the power, apparently. I did, to be fair, hit my start game button. Either way, loot bet odds are up, and, well, they are actually a lot heavier in favor of that Mad Lions side than I expected from our betting partner there. So, certainly interesting to see whether that is how things end up going. But Nuke here, looking to get off to a great start. A lot of speed being employed so far from that T side. No real utility from either side either. Just looking to take the fights. Zapower will be the first to meet the players, and he has to try and get away here. Does get one. Immediately traded back, however, he's put them in great position for Almazer to rip them apart, and rip them apart he will. Picks up 2, leaves Innocent on 6 HP, and now they have their work cut out here on the T side of things. Not going to happen just yet, but it's still in the 1v2. Not impossible.
Definitely not. Just takes a second for FORZE to overlook a position, as Cillian could have a 1v1. Armor on top of it. And they've both doubled up in towards Hell. They're going to spot him now. Cillian has to hit the first shot. He's now stuck. He's about to get double peek. Can he hit the first headshot? No, sir. Can he recover? Yes. But Flint will finally put him down. Messy from both sides, but Flint will make sure FORZE get the pistol thanks to Almazer's hard work from heaven. That angle looking down is so deadly because it's hard for the T's to look up that ladder. Works out beautifully for FORZE. They hang on to their positions, hold back Mad Lions, and they really don't get any map control out of it. And we'll see the FORZE buy up the MP9s, the rifles, Scribble, Mad Lions, no plant. Only, one player getting a decent amount of kills, but outside of that, Mad Lions just want to get the AKs out early. Gonna want to test FORZE early on. I mean, it is your map pick, and your T side has a decent win percentage. Might as well test them nice and early.
Very true. Vasilian, even with the Deagle, though, might be enough for him to work with. Finds ahead pretty quickly. However, they are able, especially with like no utility coming in, to just crunch this T side, containing them outside. Vasilian does get another on the Deag. I think that might be all she wrote. He nearly gets a third there, Keith. So almost good damage coming in, and looking clean, looking crisp early on is a great sign, of course. But now moving in with the rifles. This is what we were waiting for. Hopefully Mad Lion's gonna, well, make things a little more competitive. We'll have to see. We will have to see, because FORZE so far have come out steaming. They're looking very, very good in these first couple rounds.
Well, X-Power's gone right in for the op. I believe Jerry tossed that over to him. Goodbye to the scout and hello to the big green gun. And just keep your eye on FaceCrack, by the way. He is the rotator for FORZE. He's the man to jump down vents early and be a thorn in the side for most teams. And there you go, Roj, probably not expecting the op from X-Power to be out so early, going for seconds, maybe even thirds. He's a man who appreciates dessert, and he's going for more, while Flint will lock down ramp and Mad Lions are scattered and their bodies lie across the map. Nothing, and I mean nothing, going their way.
Yeah, that is somewhat surprising. FaceCrack going to drop A-Core as well. They look very caught off guard, a little desperate even. First rifle round, they come in with the AKs nice and quick, I suppose, you know, into this third round. So the depth of the utility and whatnot, certainly not going to be there. All the same, though, really just getting caught off guard. Great little off angle from Flit. Very little damage taken across the board. No kills, of course. I don't know. It's very early days. It is the T side of Nuke, and I think they are, at the moment, just kind of sending the feelers out there. That round did seem like a, let's get the AKs, let's storm in, and see if, you know, they are warm or not. And clearly, very warm. So perhaps a bit more respect needs to be shown in the next rifle round.
Yeah, keep in mind, this is FORZE's third most played map. It's very hit or miss for them. And I want to see if that's going to develop and change. Because so far, so good on the CT side. I'll jump into the stats once there's a dull moment. Because with a Cillian on the edge of the smoke, you never know when he may be able to catch one of these FORZE players off guard. And he's going to catch them boosting. He is going to be able to take down Amazer. He won't be able to escape, but that kill gives time for that push to come in from Mad Lions towards outside Scriv. And now the pinch onto Heaven. Flint and Exapower, can they hold this off?
Well, that would be the real question, wouldn't it? Exapower is about to be overwhelmed. Misses a shot. He does get the pistol out in time. That infamous P250 doing its work, of course. And seemingly, so far, it's more successful than the AWP. He manages to find one, stays alive because of it, almost dropping Roy, but not quite. I think that should be all she wrote for this one, to be honest. That Deagle now on such low HP. Ooh, okay, that's a little awkward. You just need to land one shot there, my guy. And the Glock doing a fair amount of damage. If they had armor, if they maybe had rifles or whatever, you definitely believe in this. But because of the weakness of this weaponry, maybe not, unless the 6 HP Deagle that I had written off manages to find an insane headshot to close the round. And he's looking to get the drop on his opponent as well, moving on to that AWP. This is not impossible.
No, this
time
is
is against him, though.
Yeah, you're definitely right. 10 seconds, but this is the kicker that he has the op. Roj, feeling like he has to clear some angles. No time to drop down. He has to plant on the A site, and FaceCrack knows this. Plant's going to start to come in. It's a tap. It's a fake. No time. FaceCrack just going to walk it off. Try to find Roj after the fact. He's able to get out with the op, but no money coming into his pockets. Good thing his teammates can buy. And Roj has enough to get the armor and some utility and toss that op on over. So A-Core will have his op, AKs, and utility for the rest. And now that we have a minute, let me pull up these FORZE stats. They've played Nuke 21 times, 57% win rate, 61% pistol round win percentage, 55% CT round win percentage, and only 47 T round percentage. So FORZE know they need to have a fiery start on this CT side, and that is exactly what is happening with Face Crack finding Innocent. That is a opening pick of plenty as FORZE continue to just lock things down and make Mad Lions' life in default across the map a little miserable.
It certainly is. Really slowing things down here. Oh, and that smoke is not quite on the mark. Almeza has a treat to take down Asilian, and, well, he's spotted a couple more as well. Not sure whether they've crossed left or right, but for now, holding on to the man advantage solidly. Low HP onto Acor, so this is a brilliant result. Flip, meanwhile, playing nice and patient, beautifully baited. Oh, it's so good. It's so good from FORZE right now. They are playing this S-tier Counter-Strike that we were expecting from them. However, Roy going to get the catch onto Zipower, drops him, forces Flip backwards, can't chase him down fast enough, and it is unfortunate. One or two members, you believe in Mad Lions a bit more. However, at this point, they need an individual to pop off, and Flip, once again, in with his pesky off angles. Keeper, he's been so effective with Shush going for a QQ there. Awkward timing, but nonetheless, that expectant 5th round comes in.
Yeah, what a time for a pause for Mad Lions. They need to start to get some T rounds on the board. FORZE knowing that their T side more than likely going to be a difficult challenge against Mad Lions. But let's be honest, Griff, we didn't get to talk about it in the pregame, but it is tough to veto against FORZE. It's difficult.
Yeah.
They play a ton of maps. Their top 2 maps have like over 40 maps played. That's Dust, Tune, Inferno. You know you're going to play one of those in a series typically. And it's just about what's the other map that they're not hot on lately. And to be honest, that's a hard choice. That's a hard pick because these boys have been playing very sound Counter-Strike. Regardless of the map, tradable, right? Playing that kind of, honestly, the communication must be through the roof because they're playing some insane team-level Counter-Strike as of late. So it's a difficult one from the start for Mad Lions. They've been on a different level, however. They've been playing really well. Can they turn it around? Zipower gonna drop the molly. They're coming in. They're trying to flood him, but he's gonna be able to find a second, and the rifles will pinch and shut it down. Mad Lions can't even get through trophy room before they're in some trouble.
This is a bit of a masterclass right now. I think part of what happens, you know, when you're watching these early rounds is, yes, it can be hard. T-side getting started on Dust 2. It's certainly difficult. The thing is, as we say from time to time, the fashion in which these rounds are being won, so difficult for Mad Lions to do anything. So, yeah, FORZE looking really, really dominant early on. Cannot reiterate enough. We came close on one of those anti-eco rounds, right? The individual ability of Mad Lions definitely coming in, and I would say that they have just a little more than FORZE do in that department. But FORZE's team play is absolutely incredible. Another speedy round coming in here from Mad Lions. Not looking too good. Face Crack has tried to swap across to an AK. Not going to work out. An Acor comes through the smoke at the perfect time. This suddenly looks a lot more doable. The speed at first, not so hot. They get, you know, the early kills the way of FORZE. However, now they've got the bomb down. They've got the man advantage. They're mollying both of these CTs out as well and not going to give them anything to work with. And I feel, looking at the body language, that they might be looking to save, especially as that, what, 3rd molly comes in, I think. Really nothing showing here for the CT side. So, although time is on their side, I think it's better to just go for exits, concede your first round.
Yeah, good on Mad Lions to just not be timid, as it looks like Flint's actually going to be coming out here late. They're going to go for a late take here. Smoke off of the bomb. Power has to get on it. Missed shot. Flint's going to cover. They got off the bomb, though. Just going for damage. Which, honestly, considering how wealthy a couple players are on FORZE, it's not a bad move, right? Pull all the Mad Lion players back. Get rid of as many as you can. And shout out to Hellcase. Malta V, extra money. Malta V 15, refill bonus. They are the boys. If you want to open some cases, head on over. Thanks to them, they've allowed us to have weeks on weeks of Counter-Strike action. Awesome partners to have. If you could do us a favor, just checking them out. Give them a look. Give them a peep. And that round for Mad Lions, a change of pace, right? They say, you know what? We're going to send the trend of our force rounds of being a little aggressive and a little in their face. Our rifle rounds have been slow. Our ecos have been aggressive, right? Ramp pushes, outside pushes. We've been in their face. So what's the last thing FORZE are going to expect when rifles come out? That pace to continue. They miss a smoke towards outside, but they continue to drop down. Actually, I don't think that smoke was missed, by the way, the more I think about it. The smoke on top of the canister, if X-Power was trying to peek the Marshmallow player from back credit card and back by Big Garage, I don't even know if that's a missed smoke. I think that might actually be intentional to stop him from picking that mini player. So just a cool little thing that maybe wasn't like supposed to land there. But just a cool change of pace for Mad Lions. Now they can just settle back in. They have FORZE on their heels, on their back foot. But of course, FORZE's money is going to allow for another full buyback, Scriv.
Slow movement outside here. Burst their way forwards, perhaps? No, they're setting these flashes up so they can boost a player and perhaps catch someone off guard. Not looking too likely. FORZE are really playing passive here. Bait and switch. Flash over the top, turning away from it. Jerry taking a peek, but there it is. A-Core finally strikes. Almeza has found one on the other side of things, and the quiet Jerry comes up big. Massive double for him. 4 versus 2 now. As FORZE should be set for another round. Innocent's got other things to say, however. The disconjointed attack once again from Mad Lion. So hard to keep up with. Oh, A-Core, if it had landed that one, the round suddenly looks doable, but his position going to be known. He does get the bomb back and is able to make it out, but I feel they have enough information to work with here on the CT side that they can isolate these areas and kind of work with them, make sure that they know where to get aggressive, where not to get aggressive. 25 seconds left. The bomb's still trying to make its way in, which in and of itself is somewhat of a dangerous task, but it should be doable looking at the positioning here of the FORZE side. However, that peak coming in from heaven, perhaps, when the bomb plant comes through. But no, Jerry, of course, cool, calm, and collected. Molly going in, not getting too greedy, right? Not getting too aggressive on the peaks. They're going to use this man advantage as and when they can. Flit on the flank. And, well, he just perfectly mows them down. Beautiful stuff from FORZE once again for a simple 7th.
Yeah, really cool to just that Heaven player to just wait, allow Flit to come all the way through, and they just play the double peek off of Heaven so beautifully. Trying to start the opening pick from A-Core, but the immediate kill from Almazer. And honestly, Jerry just getting one and done to there is okay. Innocent just simply did not stand a chance. Mad Lions now. Bomb plant, max loss still in play. Gonna go ahead for a bit of a half buy. Hero AK on the bo3. And just some pistols for the rest. Innocent actually is gonna join him in this AK brigade. And Asilian spotting for anything he can towards outside. Roy gonna come towards outer yard himself. And hopefully find a pick with that deagle. But FORZE have been very tradable. And I wouldn't say timid, I'd say reserved towards outer yard. A lot of the times we see them get very aggressive, very in your face, but they've been playing crossfires galore on A site and towards outer yard. Not giving Mad Lions what they want. Playing their game, not getting dragged into the madness that could be Mad Lions, Scriv.
Oh, nade, gonna be big. Yeah, there's a fair amount onto Roy. I was expecting a little more from it. Face crack, meanwhile, this first line of defense, I think he knows they're on the way. It's just kind of a question of when. Oh, and if he's going to be prepared. They're going for something a little different, of course. Checking the wrong stairs. They'll move across to that second set, and there's face crack picking up one. That's all he needs. Spamming the door, maybe trying to bait them into running towards him, but not going to be the case. However, shoots very quickly into control. Can't get the frag he was looking for. Flit is a little lucky. It's not communicated very well, though, Keith. However, they still have the manpower. They still have the weaponry and whatnot. It is going to take an awful lot to best the CT side. Maybe Roy is that awful lot. However, no. Just good for one. Drops the bomb. And that should be all she wrote. It is indeed. Flit with the off angle outside the double doors finds that flanker. And Mad Lions there. Desperate kind of buy. You know, it's not terrible. It doesn't spend all of their money. They're not screwed for this round. But it was a bit desperate. It doesn't work out at all. FORZE, again, looking clean, pretty much across the board, whatever kind of round, whatever kind of buy they're up against.
Those rotates from FORZE were unbelievably clean. They get FaZe Crack down early. He's going to be that rotator, that pain in the side, as I said to Mad Lions, and he makes them pay. Playing that rotator role beautifully. Flit gets down there equally as quick. And that's just FORZE playing the rotate game perfectly. Jerry not checking top Marshmallow. Still best innocent some way, somehow. Well, Mad Lions will throw a couple towards Secret. They're going to go ahead and throw Shoosh towards Hell, trying to cause a little bit of a nuisance, try to be the man to hamper those rotates, force the players to come back and fight him, and Asilian comes right back up with the bomb, and this puts so much pressure on FaZe Crack. He didn't rotate, but he's stuck here, Scriv.
Asilian able to find one. Shoosh as well coming in with that final frag. Good stuff. 3k in from him. Mad Lions securing their second. Again, it seems when they increase the pace, Keith, they're super effective. So maybe that is something they'll look to continue to employ here. Meanwhile, despite the amount of rounds they've got, of course, that pesky CT economy getting the better of FORZE. And very quickly here, they're forced into an eco situation.
Yeah, that money is not the best, but it seems like they're going to work with what they got. You can get the op out on some power. Some rifles on your big hitters. Now Mazer's up there. Flint, surprised they're going to give him a deagle. But you know what? At this point, he could try to kill with anything. And the Mag 7 for FaZe Crack. Love to see it. As I said, he's going to be that vent guy, that rotator down, so it's not a bad weapon for him to have. As Mad Lions wanting to string a few together, Scriv, build that T-side economy, get up to 4, 5, 6 rounds is the gold number, 5 is content. And Mad Lions just right back down with the pace, knowing FORZE's economy should be in shambles. Just slowing it down ever so slightly.
Yeah, unsure, I think, of the approach from the CT side is perhaps why they're not employing as much speed, right? They could be stacked somewhere. They could have much stronger weaponry than we expect. And it's a good round to test your slower strategy, to test a bit of an execute, because there is a buy coming in, but it's not super, super strong. Power though, pushing forwards. This could be massive. There's 2 of them. Oh, Shushi looks away. That flick back in so fast. But he is still traded. That's the bomb down as well. Meanwhile, FaZe Crack, close angle with the Mag 7. Not able to reset fast enough. The T's are doing well to damage control here. And A-Core will be the one to deal the most damage. Picking up that 2k. Untraded frags from FORZE. And it will be Zapower left by himself. They know where he's at as well. That he's in and around that bomb. Molly coming in. Asilian behind him. Maybe not respecting how close he is. But all good. The AK will come out on top. Mad Lions move forward for a third. And well, as you said earlier, scary CT side from Mad Lions on this map. So the longer this goes on, the worse it is for FORZE. They need to be making sure they get the return round, get that 9th round as soon as possible.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a catch-22. Not only is it a deadly CT side for Mad Lions, statistically speaking, it's also a poor T side for FORZE. It's been something they've struggled on with Nuke, and a lot of times they've lost this map is due to poor T-side performances. So they really do need to get up to 10 or 9. They're nearly there. Started hot, but Mad Lions have made some pace changes, some default changes across the map, where we saw Mad Lions getting caught off early and flanked on, and their quick pace getting punished. They've kind of settled into a bit of a hybrid, aggressive, but also timid in their own rights, trying to change up the pace and, again, get FORZE to change up theirs, and successful thus far.
Yeah, definitely looking good. Still not perfect yet, still got work to do. But at the very least, the competition has begun that we were hoping to see from this series. Should be an easy one here. They are, yeah, really playing it well. They know the buy that they're going to be up against, or the lack thereof. All grouping up, not allowing themselves to get overwhelmed by the pistols and whatnot. And even holding for flanks. How smart. in their heads right now. Yeah, looking very good indeed. There you go. Jerry will come in from behind, though. Eventually, FORZE get their just desserts. However, will it be able to escape? That's the next question. He gets spammed down through the garage door there. He's left on 22 HP. They're after him. They're definitely after him here, Keith. They want this AK back, and they'll get it back.
Yep.
Mad Lions with a clean 4th on the board.
Well, here comes the buy from FORZE. Obviously power and a pause to follow for Mad Lions. Ooh. I really like this. Playing the mind games, right? Don't let FORZE go into this round without having to mow it over and consider everything. Mad Lions playing some really good Counter-Strike. We've seen Acor's op opening it up. Shush playing really well. And it's funny, if you look at how this game started, you would go, oh, what are Mad Lions doing? They're running into FORZE. Crossfire is getting out traded. They're just playing into the FORZE setups. Now, it's the other way around. FORZE have to do something to change this. They have to get aggressive. They have to get assertive. The setups are no longer working. Mad Lions have started to use their utility effectively. They're able to work the op pick from Acor. The rifles have traded out FORZE as of late, the last couple. And this is a chance for FORZE to make a move. Interesting move, speaking of moves, from FaceCrack to go with the Mag 7 no utility script. Doesn't go unnoticed. As Flit's spam on Innocent will land, but the man's still alive and is able to escape down into vents. Someone has to deal with him, and I have a feeling it might be Flit. At some point. Someone's got to rotate down.
Yeah, someone has to make a move for sure. Ooh, well timed, but Roy, wow, following it perfectly. Jerry's the one that's rotated down here, Keith, but they're now a man down on that FORZE side of things, so really not looking good. Jerry is trying to get in the middle of the fray as well. Smoke on the double doors buys him a bit of time, allows the rotation to come through from his buddy, the AWP. Where do you watch? Where do you look? Oh, beautiful stuff. Zapower contacting. He loves doing that. It pays off in a big way. Finds the head of Shush. Almeza going to get another onto a Cillian. So they are pulling it back here. Innocent's on 21 HP, remember. So maybe the T side now is second-guessing themselves. They are indeed looking to move up. And Almeza is dealt with quickly. Maybe a giddy peek from him. Time will tell. They get that bomb down. FaceCrack here with the Mag 7. Up close. Roy's coming towards him. Oh, he turns around at the worst possible time, and Roy might just have the best spot to deal with Zapower as well. He does. Oh my goodness. That is actually nuts. FaceCrack's able to creep in to take down the AWP, but the odds of him finding this round 1v2 with players on either side, somewhat unlikely. He's trying to get some cheeky bangers, but it's just not working out. The bomb too far ticked, and he will look to move away with this AWP. My God, that is getting CSGO to the max, that is.
Well, Mad Lions are going to hunt Scriv. They have so much cash, they don't care if they lose both players. They want FaceCrack gone and out of the round, and they will get it. He was scared about the outside player coming. He was correct. He had that gap, that small time to be able to run in towards T-spawn, but unable to escape. Mad Lions get that 5 that we mentioned was required, and FORZE have to save in round 14. It'll just be some pistols, some armor, some utility. And where's that classic FORZE aggression we've become accustomed to? Early on, they got rounds from Mad Lions coming into their setups. Now FORZE have to, with these pistols, in my opinion, do a bit of a lobby crunch. And it seems like that is on the cards. It is what's on the menu. They just have to just wait out this utility. Again, Mad Lions using their utility to near perfection at the start of every round. It just sets the pace and changes FORZE's mind consistently. Because they wanted to go for a lobby crunch. Now, bit of a boost and a bit of a ramp stack.
Really looking good from Mad Lions, though, to turn this half upside down, to be honest with you. 5 already good. 6, ooh, on the cards, but an instant dink from Jerry does make me second guess that statement ever so slightly. 5-7 coming in from behind as well. This is really good timing here. Very, very fast. Again, though, the timing is just not there. Acor looking so good on this AWP. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Shush gonna shut down too, but Acor under pressure seems to be performing better when the weight on his shoulders for sure. But this is big. This is big. 6 already from Mad Lions. If they can move up to 7, this once great CT half now becomes somewhat lackluster from FORZE. 9 is a satisfactory mark, I think we would say these days, even on a map like Nuke, to be fair. But 8, not so much. It's really going to allow Mad Lions to get that CT side flying that we know is so effective from them.
Well, they've done a nice job of neutralizing some power as well. If they go outside or try to do anything towards heaven, there's typically a flurry of utility to shut down that op and give him not a single look for a pick. I mean, look how aggressive he's getting. He really wants to find a kill. It's been a while since his op has rang true. And Roy, he's been very sneaky with his positioning towards outside. His timing couldn't be better. And while Mad Lions throw some utility in towards A, I think it is a bit of a front. I'm really considering they're just going to come challenge Flint here. Just heads up. Just they want to trade 1 for 1. And this is a new look for Mad Lions. Throw that utility. They typically do, but there's always some sort of follow-up. And here they go, Script. 50 seconds, contacting in.
Oh, Acorn, not going to check the angle, and Almeza comes away with 2. I thought surely he had that, but I guess Almeza, it's just a perfect angle from him, right? Almost picking up 3, in fact, by the looks of things. Jerry comes in on the backside to find another, and, well, surely that's got to seal the deal. I'm sure they'd love to maybe make a move to save or something, but, like, last round, got to go for it. Oh, okay. Cool, I guess. Shush is like, go, my brother, win the round. Sacrifices himself to drop that bomb, but unfortunately, Roy's not able to get it done. Definitely seemed like that was somewhat of a, you know, quick decision, snap decision. But the round was going to be tough from there on in. FORZE getting that all-important 9th that I talked about.
I think both teams can be pretty content with how this worked. FORZE getting 2 back after the first round of Mad Lions went a long way to force Mad Lions to have to take a save and then bounce back and string a few rounds together, 5 to be exact. So they really did make them work for it. And the live odds shifting a bit, but still in Mad Lions' favor, barely. But that is rightfully so. Shout out to LootBet once again, our betting partner. They've allowed weeks of awesome Counter-Strike to happen, and we couldn't be more grateful. And here we go. Now we get to see Mad Lions, who have a high win percentage on pistol, but also a staggering win rate on CT side script.
Here we go. Speed coming in. Innocent Shush going to chime in early. That CZ is dealt with pretty quickly, though, to be fair to the T side. However, will it be enough? Almeza earns a power left pretty damn low here. Innocent, there's a big gap in the smoke, but he gets, well, abused there. They managed to drop down towards B. Now going to give that a go instead. P250's in play from this T side, so have to be careful, have to be wary. Meanwhile, back up to A they go. That's where the actual bomb plant is coming in. Nasilian goes for a cheeky one, able to keep his head for now. But still, anybody's game, it feels like. Very hard to call. There is a kit available for Asilian and Smoke as well to work with Flit so fast on this flank. I don't think they're going to be expecting it. He has to go now, though. His teammates need his help. He will come in from behind, but Acor spins around as soon as he hears those footsteps and just demolishes him. Oh my goodness, Keith. Acor, like I say, under pressure, just seems to be on another level.
No one can mess with this guy. No one. Having a game. Man, Lions, there's that pistol round win percentage. Jumping up oh so slightly. It's going to go a long way to evening out this scoreline early on the CT side. Now, FORZE are the type of team, Scriv, that enjoy a good old force. We've seen it from them time and time again, but may I say, FORZE's cash is looking quite chunky. I don't know if that's even an appropriate word to describe money, but it's looking chunky. I'll use it again. And I imagine they're just going to save, but in fact, I stand corrected. FORZE are going to want to hunt this down. And honestly, this is kind of just the way the economy goes, right? If you're a T side that struggles, but you make the round super close and you get cash out of it, you know the CT buy is going to be equally as deficient, equally as meh, right? So just giving that chase you know you need to take a risk at some point, so might as well take it early and then be given time to bounce back either way. So I don't mind this from FORZE. Question is, how are they going to approach this? Will there be speed involved? Will there be some sort of set execute? Not a big fan as a power buying the AK with body armor. I feel like that tossed over to a teammate like FaceCrack and him taking them at 10 could be more effective. That does just kind of irk me a little bit, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Here we go, back in. Pause. Coming to an end. It's been a spicy one so far. That excitement that we were talking about at the top of the game definitely coming in. It felt like Mad Lions maybe tapping out early, but no, it just took them a while to get going. They're now looking to fully get the car up to speed, I suppose, to fully bring that metaphor in. But either way, FORZE have gone for it. And I don't know. I'm kind of a fan. I'm just loving the level that they're on, the confidence that they have, Keith. It could work out. It could work out. It's hard to tell, and at the moment the outside execute's not really done anything for them.
Yeah, this is one of those early pivot rounds. Mad Lions know what's happening. Good molly to force Sicilian up, but they're not going to expect Roy to be here with them. Sicilian dancing around the vents, using this FAMAS to near perfection. Low on HP, sure. Same with Roy. But they're standing for another fight. Almazer gets dinked up in the process. One bullet to Power's head, keep in mind, and he's gone. Lucky Sicilian was low, but here comes Shush. Goodbye, Power. That head armor could have come into effect. And now it's a 3v2 retake, Scriv.
Flip looking to get aggressive. Oh, really needed to stay alive there. Almazer is so very low. He needed his teammate to do more. And yeah, as soon as he shows himself, Acor able to drop him. And honestly, conceding a bomb plant and only taking two deaths there from Mad Lions is pretty clean, I would say. Like, could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot harsher to their economy. So I think they can be really happy with that. They'll have their free pass, as it were, into the next round. One would think, anyway, unless FORZE opt to go for something. Yeah, maybe a half buy does make sense, to be fair, with the bomb plant, loss bonus, etc. But all the same, Mad Lions, once again, looking clean.
Clean indeed. FORZE halted just right when we thought they had a chance. Acor. Ooh, he's getting spotted. He could be in some trouble. Gonna go ahead and get a nade out and then peek up. He's feeling confident. His nade's off the mark. The flash from FORZE isn't. I'm gonna try to hunt him down. That is huge from FaceCrack. Acor sticking around, some could say a bit too long, and M4 gets tossed over. And now the pressure is on Mad Lions. I mean, look at their utility hurting. And FORZE, they can just take their time here. Ramp is in fact going to be free eventually. They are playing for that ramp rotator or a lobby push. They know Mad Lions need information to justify some sort of rotate. And FORZE, they're going to go loud. Roy, going to be tested. Messy again. Gun drop. Innocent's turn up to bat. He'll hit a single and try to double in. Sicilian will fall on ramp, only getting the one. Maintaining man advantage for FORZE. Scriv. The pace, the speed, it's working for them.
It certainly is. They really have played well after finding that first frag, to be honest. A burst, a series, a peak and trough kind of round from them in terms of the pacing, and it has paid dividends. Face cracking a great angle as well is going to go unchecked. It's all onto Innocent. Finds two instantaneously, and now brings it into a 1 versus 1. Anybody's game. 17 HP here for Innocent. Timing and positioning going to be absolutely everything. Jerry with the Ferrari peak drops him and will secure double digits for FORZE off the back of the week by Mad Lions after a really good end to the second half. A great start to the first half, sorry. A great start to the second. Let it slip in such a key round, Keith.
FORZE playing the Mad Lions rotates to near perfection. Waiting for that one ramp player to go down, catching the second when he's alone and no support from the first player in Asilian. Impressive stuff. And look what Mad Lions are working with. Amazer's losing this duel to Shushu as a Deagle, the spam battle. Hikor has his op. That's been a key piece at times for Mad Lions, especially in the later parts the last few months. And Asilian with that FAMAS. So could be enough firepower. But with a buy like this, assertive and getting that first pick is honestly oh so important. You can't let FORZE just execute on you. Then you're kind of rolling the die. And a lot of the times you roll nat ones, so hopeful that that doesn't happen.
Nice gamer reference, dude. Shoosh. They're all in pretty good spots, actually, looking across the board. One of these angles goes unchecked, you know, whether it's on top of hut or whether it's down secret. Could make all the difference. Really slow round from FORZE, I have to say. The outside executes coming in. They're speeding their way towards secret. They are going to fully commit to this with the bomb and everything, so 20 seconds to move in towards that B bomb site. They're leaving a couple players up top to be distractions, maybe find some frags, right? And then rotate back around. Or maybe it was all a fake in the end. 10 seconds, though. Innocent still here. Asilian still here, but extra power collapsed them. What? I think one out in the open, the other was in hut. He didn't even know he was going to get that.
We need a replay on that, if we got one. Wild. Mad Lions falling apart after pistol scriv. And here we go. We do get a second look.
Yeah.
Valiant effort. Yeah, he did get two.
He takes down Asilian at the front and Innocent
And the guy in
hut.
hut. Yeah.
Wow.
Catching a break. And that's what FORZE need on this D side. Statistically not great, but a little bit of luck kicks the odds in your favor. Already looking like 12 is going to be a freebie. I mean, they got to be careful. Absurd that these pistols are getting these kills. FORZE falling asleep at the wheel. Not ideal. I got bars for days, apparently. And they actually pick up the op. It seems like I might have been wrong about perhaps the outcome of this round. I spoke a little too soon. But typically it's a safe move, especially with the USPs.
Yeah, usually. Because, you know, your AK can do things like that. But I'm not sure. This is the problem. So power, he dies early and drops an AWP. I think with the bomb going down, they may reconsider going for the retake. Even, you know, yeah, cool, we got an AWP and stuff. But I'm not so sure flying in like that as well. I guess they're going to buy into the next round, but, like, saving themselves a bit of cash. Particularly now Innocent has an AK. You could have had an AK and an AWP for free in the next round. Maybe send Shoosh to look for an exit. Yeah, he's on the Mac 10. Not going to work for him. About half the time left. And Innocent with a cheeky little off angle there. Does manage to find one. He, though, is going to play it safe. Unlike his teammates who maybe went a bit crackers in the beginning, he'll take that AWP and move away. Maximum damage done across to the T side, which is definitely important. You look at their money, it's not in a fantastic spot. And they're still at the point they're trying to accumulate some cash. So not a bad little round considering they invested nil pois. Wow, that doesn't make any sense. That's no points in French.
Try it again.
I don't know what the word for money is.
Dollar bills.
Nil dollar bills.
Yeah.
My French, it is immaculate.
You think I would speak French coming from a second language French country, but I literally... I was lazy as a kid. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I should have learned it script. Very disappointed in myself as an adult, looking back at my childhood. But hey, you know what? I'm here now, and you're the one making the French mistakes, not me. So merci. Gotcha. 3 seconds. until we're back into this action. Round 21 for staring down 13. These rounds have been close. Mad Lions have stopped them from building an economy, but at some point you got to go, all right, we need a round. We need something to allow us to get up to double digits, give ourselves a real fighting chance in a round. And I mean, look at the utility. Already after the opening 10, 15 seconds, hurting one kit on Shush. We know they have the power in them. We know this map is really good for Mad Lions, but it seems like FORZE's firepower has been leading the way. So Mad Lions need someone to step up, someone to make a sneaky play. One round at a time at this point.
A hero definitely required. And soon. Not only in this round, but in the game. It really is starting to get away from them. We were expecting great things from this CT side, to be honest with you. And, well, Acor looking to find those great things. Shush as well, capitalizing. All the aggression comes in at once. Catching the stragglers off guard, the slightly aggressive, quicker moving player at the front there as well towards lockers. And it will now be a 5-on-3. 40 seconds remain. Looking good here for Mad Lions to secure a round, but we'll see. They might be able to brute force their way into the A-bomb site, just waiting patiently at the moment. See if anyone takes a peek outside, someone they could catch off guard. Not going to be the case. Innocent. Shush. Decent positions to deal with the heaven push. Innocent particularly, who is directly under it. He's so blind though, Keith. Acor does manage to find one on the edge of the smoke there. Flip, meanwhile, will drop him. Shush, though, his patience not needed, apparently. Asilian just rushes the smoke and gets the 9th for Mad Lions. About damn time.
Yeah. It's also important that they do it with 3 alive. That's going to go a long way. FORZE, I mean, just look at their money. From going on such a long run to losing 1, it bodes to Mad Lions the damage they've been finding, not allowing these rounds to be as free as they may seem, because the economic repercussions are clearly visible. And Asilian just finding a gap in the smoke. Really well done with that M4 spray control. And FORZE, we've seen this buy before. We've seen Mad Lions attempt it, and now it's FORZE's turn. Pistols, up for Z power. That's really the only real firepower they have. Unless Jerry's happening to be packing an AK, but I doubt it. And look at the damage onto Face Crack early. Yeah, he'll get down to secret, but the cost is very clear. And Innocent not taking any time, dilly-dallying around on A, immediately down vents. And Asilian, he's about to be tested.
Pretty big test as well. Needs to stand strong here, or, well, yeah, back away, but in a smart fashion. That Molotov to keep them at bay for a bit of time. Meanwhile, Innocent on the back stairs has spotted a bit of action. And not really dedicating anywhere on the FORZE side. Oh, Deagle spam comes close. No frags as yet, but they are definitely knocking at the door here. Acor ready for that aggression. As always, performing well under the pressure, right? Just seems to be his remit this game so far. It's been going so good. Almeza, that shot is pretty nuts. He does get traded back, and the A1S coming in to deal lots of damage. At the back vent, kind of trapped in, but surely enough here. Yeah, Flash coming in to help him out. All going to be onto the power. Can't get it done. Eventually spam down in the last few bullets. 10th round for Mad Lions coming through.
They've done it. Broken into those double digits while at the same time making FORZE have to take a save. It's what they wanted. Exactly what they need at the right time. Carry over a couple AKs on your key players. Now your CT side's looking good. It's shaped up. The struggles from FORZE on this T side could perhaps start to be shown. Roy gonna be tested.
Ooh.
But that AK is looking crispy. And he will find the last headshot. His spray control is there. Although the first 2 were close, the last one at range. And here we go with FORZE. So Power's gonna be going right back into the op again. Really wanting it on this T side, Scriv. Not necessarily, I wouldn't say he's forcing it, but definitely prioritizing it. And I'm not sure if FORZE are giving him enough time to work a pick. He's been very silent from the power we know. But again, that could just be the nuke effect, which more than likely is.
Acore, meanwhile, has kind of been the opposite end of that spectrum, having an awful lot of impact. Definitely not the top fragger for his squad, but looking so good. Wow. Another crazy frag coming in so fast. It's way faster than face crack. And that is the perfect opener for Mad Lions in a key round here. Could be a big turning point in this game.
Oh, here we go. Opening pick from Acore towards outer yard. He falls back. He'll fade away. And now he'll leave it up to the rifles. No second smoke. It's late. Flint goes early. Punished for his antics. Thought he had a chance, but Asilian had other plans. And the spray back and forth could be deadly. Asilian's lucky they bailed out. And FORZE, 2 men down, Scriv. Out of utility. Just flashes. Nothing to force Acore off the angle, but hey, Almazer's kill, that'll do. But still, nothing to cut off this ramp rotator from finding effect.
They have bodies. Looks like that's what they're going to dedicate to it. Zapower as well, the first line of defense here. An off angle for him. Perfect timing. Bringing it back into a 3-on-3. Juice and Innocent moving together. Gonna have to get through this AWPer, though, who... again, is, you know, confident, taking these peeks, spots the head, or tags him through the floor. Not quite going to be enough. The flash to move forwards on Ram. Exapower not going down. Innocent, the last one left, and he can't get it done, Keith. Zapower looked so good on the AWP in that round. You called him out a little bit at the beginning. I did. However, he steps up in a massive way for FORZE.
That's unreal. Speaks volumes to the skill that he possesses. He can turn it on at a moment's notice. Everyone committing on this FORZE side. I mean, look, 17, 16, 19, 19. Jerry IGL not too far behind. And this is just vintage Zapower. His teammates win the ramp fight, which is also important, but he just does what he does best. And just dances around, uses those fallback angles. You love to see it. We all know his skill level. When he's in the zone, it is terrifying to be on the other side, I can imagine. A little bit of a pause there. Peacemaker probably talking to the boys, saying, look, it's going to be one of our last good buys. We need to make it work. Acore, good pick last round, but we need to really close that round out. A 3v5 turns us into FORZE's favor, so try not to avoid that tilt measure. Good time for the pause to be called. I think it's perhaps their last. And Roy, his turn to get aggressive. Scriv catches Flint midair. Can he escape? Zapower's close, and no siree. Not in Zapower's watch. And it's the ops to find picks. Right back and forth. Man advantage again for Mad Lions. Reminiscent to last round. The difference is Mad Lions have a rotator down here nice and early.
Really good response for me. I feel like, you know, you talked about that tilt factor, the frustration and whatnot. They're using it effectively, pushing forwards and finding frag. Sure, losing one there, but holding on and maintaining the man advantage. Innocent is left low. It's not impossible for FORZE. Crept in. Unknown. Silent. So Mad Lions again would be another tough one to be losing. Zapower goes in with a flash there towards Mini to just keep them distracted. But Asilian's here. Again, like you say, nice and early. The rotator is ready on in the perfect position. They don't check him, but he doesn't find a single bullet. Oh no, the panic. The downfall there. And now into a 2 versus 2. The bomb plant has come in. They do have utility available, but no kit to work with. So Mad Lions, time is of the essence. They have this low HP player. Things are actually stacked against them again. Despite the strong start to the round, they have no info to work with. They're split up, trying to find some kind of an opener. Innocent is going to be watched here, surely, as soon as he comes around this corner, wins the fight, but is traded out immediately. Almazer in the 1 versus 1. Acor's just waiting for him to peek. It's not going to happen. The bomb too far ticked. He does go down, but I don't think there's enough time.
Yeah.
He knows it. the best he can do is save. And Mad Lions letting another advantage slip away from them.
Wow. Back-to-back rounds, you have man advantage, and it slips. That tilt factor has to be there now. No matter what Peacemaker says, you're going to be upset. And if it would have been a kit in play, Scriv, that would have been round. That would have been it. That would have been done. But no. The money from both sides are in shambles. Mad Lions, you win this, you are right back in this game. But if FORZE steal this away from you, and they're looking to, it's a quick round. Almazer, although he gets knifed, told to pick up the pace. Roy sprays him down. 2 before he has to reload. Innocence Deagle hunting, looking for something. And FORZE have been shut out. The pace gets picked up, and Mad Lions slap it down. They just got rejected at the rim.
I mean, it's a classic response, isn't it? You have a pause, you have a bit of downtime. They maybe expected an eco here, but I don't know. When there's so much pressure on, rushing into the A-bomb site is not the best decision. Perhaps that is what fuels the decision, is the fact that maybe it's not the best decision, therefore they're not going to be expecting it, but it doesn't work out. It goes the way that you would fully expect if you were in that communication, to be honest. You know, if you were an impartial watcher. Face crack, though, if you can do any damage here, if you could even get the bomb down, would be a really good result, but that is no easy task in and of itself. Slowly looking to make his way in. Oh, Shush going to take him down. Nasilian with the spam through the hut as well. So nice and clean from Mad Lions in the end. The key round that they needed. Once again, Keith, you're doing a real good job of, you know, being prophetic in this game. The big round that they needed to stay alive, to keep FORZE away from 15, they managed to get it, and they've trashed the economy of that T side. So the heat starting to turn up for the Ts.
Yeah, they have set it up beautifully. We've seen FORZE win rounds like this before. I mean, granted, it had a bit like a rifler not tossed in here. And Asilian hasn't been tested in a long time. Sprays down 2. The 3rd is secured. What is that from Asilian? Spray control. Beautiful. Does not let up. And Mad Lions, I told you the driver's seat is going to be taken over. And they have hopped in it. Look at this.
That is as good as it gets. Cannot get a spray down better than that. Pressure, overwhelmed, up close, and all 5 in a single magazine. Absolute perfection from Asilian. This round not looking too hot. They have a fuel grenade pistols. The Zeus makes its way in. Oh, that's hilarious. In all the action, he does manage to get a frag.
Come on.
Curse you, innocent. Acor, though, clean stuff in the end, of course, as we've come to expect. And yeah, like you said, it's just that second win that they needed. I think it's like if they lost that round and it goes to 15, they probably bow out and they're like, well, okay, I guess we got to give it another go on Dust 2. But they win it. It's the spur they need. Nice as all round. And the energy has just moved up. That dial turned to 11, as we always say. And now FORZE to fight against the overtime with a buy like this. It's really not ideal.
Starting to see the strength of Mad Lions on the CT side. Shush getting aggressive. This is the lobby crunch we've been awaiting. And it just balances out nicely. I'm sure Acor maybe overcommitting to that. Could have just given it up. But really not wanting to allow them to get to heaven for free. And that's just FORZE. As soon as they realize lobby crunch is on, they can't go back and help their teammates. They will take it towards outside. They find a poor Acor caught out of position. And Mad Lions, they know what's happening. They understand heaven's given up. It's just a hard response, isn't it? Because the longer FORZE wait, Mad Lions go, did they go secret? How are they going to close this out? One-way smoke from Face Crack. If you haven't seen that yet, it gives your heaven angle a nasty look. And Asilian's push timing here could not be better. But keep in mind, the bomb's on Flint. He still has to come in through Mini. And Asilian's not being held if he gets up here for free. This is going to be terrifying. Doesn't get checked. Doesn't get held. It's a power. Now looks back. Asilian missing his mark, Scriv.
That is messy. I think maybe falling off the ladder, I'm really not sure. He was definitely in behind him. Maybe didn't think he was. I don't know. The action that comes in towards lobby, though, is successful for Mad Lions. So they've managed to gain the man advantage that they were looking for, and they've now just lost it back to even Stevens. They know that there's another player at Heaven. However, Innocent is the unknown element. Creeping in through Hut, nice and silent. Flashes coming in. They're watching each other's backs here, and he does manage to get one extra power, though. Beautiful. First comes through, spins around for the second. An absolute magician on the AWP. He has stepped it up massively in so many different rounds.
What do I add to that? That play speaks for itself. From trailing behind, I think he started this half with 14 kills or something like that, Scriv. Again, not where I think he should have been on that CT side, but look at him go on this T side. 22. Mad Lions. It's not that cash is the issue. Might just be motivation. They've had some big rounds. There's been a dance back and forth. Both teams are hungry for this first map in Nuke. And if FORZE can steal it away and move into Dust 2, a map Mad Lions have only had one official on in the last 3 months, that is going to be a struggle for Mad Lions. This is their home ground. This is their home turf. And FORZE are not playing around. This T side has awoken. At times, struggled. But today, Scriv, they have found another gear. They have won some big clutches. A couple 3v5s. And let me just pull up the stats just to show you how rare it is for FORZE to win rounds with man disadvantages. Let me take a look. When receiving the first death, and this is oddly high, funny enough, it's almost backwards to where it should be. When receiving the first death, FORZE on Nuke win 33.3% of rounds. That is actually absurdly high for Nuke. That's crazy high. What's low to me, funny enough, Scriv, is this other game changer stat. It was round win percentage after getting the first kill. Typically you want it 70-75% for Nuke. It's 68.8. Somehow FORZE continue to dig deep in even man stances or disadvantages seemingly on the T side and pulling rounds away. And I mean, it helps when your opper's picking up everything around you. Wild.
Definitely delivering, eh? This is so much fun to watch. So many big rounds. And hopefully it does continue. Like you say, though, Mad Lions, ultimately this comes down to whether they can deal with the weight of the world on their shoulders right now. So much playing in their minds, I'm sure. You've just got to get it out, you know? Clear-headed. Coming into this round to take us to overtime. FORZE, meanwhile, just continue. The method's been working. It might be a little messy, might be a little crazy, might require an individual or two. But it has been working. Let's just employ that again and clean things up. Just utility ringing out early so far, Keith. Not an awful lot of anything.
Isn't that funny, though, that is kind of the FORZE style? It's so much trust in the individuals to pull rounds out. Even with a bye like this against a full one for Mad Lions, you just can't count them out. It's the powerhouse of the op, right? Like, it's absurd to think that this is typically almost even the way FORZE have been playing. But the pressure does not escape me, and I bet it will not escape them. 57 seconds, outside utility, Molly about to be tossed from face crack. That secret player is going to have to retreat or go forward. It actually gets extinguished. I bet face crack's a little rattled about that one. He now knows there's a smoke from CT in there. Or shall I say from a CT player. But he's going to push forward solo. Going on a bit of a solo mission, Scriv. Looking like they're going to throw A nades. And I wonder if there's going to be a commitment off this. They're looking to find the ramp player. Cillian knows. And Acor's already down here. FORZE running out of room.
Oh, Acor. That's a key miss. The nade damage is big from Cillian. He's trying to get out of here. Roy is covering his retreat. And this setup might just be enough, actually. Yeah, the crossfire here is absolutely deadly. Power does manage to drop one face crack, trading back Asilian, but the rest of the CT side have moved down. Still, pulling it back to a 2-on-2 is commendable. Shush gets a little giddy for it, all on to Innocent, and he can't get it done. Who better to finish map number 1 than Power? The man of the hour for FORZE. So many big rounds, so many clutch moments, and he takes it over the line for that 16-14 finish on the pick of Mad Lions. Oh, no. This has suddenly gotten interesting.
The note I have from the T side of FORZE is Power T side beast. With that up, he was a monster consistently. I am blown away at even that last round. Kind of summarizes how FORZE were able to just win rounds. A big player on the side of Mad Lions missing a key shot at a key moment. If Acor finds that pick, right, the rotates were down towards B, everything was looking pretty. You just cut one more player out of the equation, take him out, throw him outside of the brackets, and you probably win that. They can't deny the plant. There's 7 seconds left. They get the bomb down. Then firepower of FORZE, even when it is just Galils and pistol scriv, they still get it across the line.
It's crazy. It is crazy, though, because, we have so many members on that Mad Lions side, Asilian, Shush, Acor, all looking so good, and they're not able to take it over the line. It really does beg that question as well. They made life very hard for themselves with such a poor start. What, an 8-1 scoreline, I believe? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So really, really, really one-sided stuff to begin with. Lets Mad Lions down, I think, in the end, because, of course, those rounds make the difference. Even if the second rifle round, the third rifle round, they'd have managed to pick those up, it could have been a different result, but not to be. And now Dust 2 looks very scary. They better have a plan, because otherwise they're going to lose.
Isn't that like so true, right? You're going into a map you played once in the last 3 months. You've got to be working on it because your options were Inferno or Dust 2. Like you have to pick one, and they went with the Dust 2 route,
poison,
especially.
Really.
Yeah, it's like whatever you're feeling, but FORZE are clearly looking good, and Dust 2 is going to be terrifying with Power looking as amazing as he is. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll move to FORZE territory. It's Dust 2.
Nice shot. Lock and load. Wow, very good. Let me show you how it is done. Yeah, no. Damn! That was one of the best tickle fights I've been to.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Malta Vibes, brought to you by Gaming Malta, the home of gaming excellence. And we are now settling into map 2 after what I would consider a upset. FORZE taking one of the best maps off of Mad Lions in the form of Nuke. Mad Lions have been beating tier 1 teams on that map as of late, and it's really intriguing to me that we see FORZE take it across the line. Now, we jump into what I would consider heavy FORZE territory, deep into their map book, deep into their playbook, and I think it's looking a little grim, if I'm going to be completely honest, for Mad Lions.
Yeah, I suppose I'm at the opposite end, the more optimist kind of side of things. I felt coming into this that Mad Lions were going to have that preparation. Yeah, but then like it's just in terms of all those mental things I always talk about. It's a big part of the game for me, and I feel after losing Euro map pick in very close fashion, a few decisions here or there, individuals that were given great clutches, but maybe shouldn't have been given great clutches. You know, is your perspective as Mad Lions? So I feel it is going to be tough to bounce back from that. But surely they have some kind of a plan to leave this open. Either that, or I'm completely wrong, and like what you're saying, they're just going to get rolled over here, and it is just a case of the map pools really outweighing Mad Lions and not being able to match up to what FORZE can do. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I feel like I'm still pretty confident in Mad Lions here.
I mean, rightfully so. They've been playing some really good Counter-Strike. All of their big players have been playing well. As we mentioned, they didn't really have much of a choice. You either play Inferno, which is the best map for FORZE, or you take a risk on Dust 2, which is their second or third best map. And I am going to take a look at the one map they played. They played OG 4 or 5 days ago. I'm bad at dates. They won 40% rounds of their CT side, 30% CT or T side rounds. They only won after getting the first kill against a 58.3% of the rounds. Right? That's kind of brutal. Again, not a lot to look at. It is only one map against a team way up there in the rankings in OG, only getting better by the day and by the event. But that's all the data we really have on them. I have a feeling if they're willing to play it against OG, though, they've been practicing and grinding it. So I think they're going to be quite prepared the more I think about it.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see. This is also starting off very well for them, winning the knife round, getting that side choice, and of course moving towards the CT side of things. We always talk about, you know, this Dust 2 tends to be kind of even at the moment, particularly with the Krieg being moved out. So I think starting off on the CT side and for FORZE is a decent choice, and I think they did look a little better on that CT side of things, to be honest, at least initially. Oh, and the odds in their favor here from LootBet. So rubbing your hands in delight, it is going to get interesting, but not super one-sided. So I feel maybe they have some of that, you know, information available to them that does indeed say that Mad Lions have been working on things here. A lot of utility coming into the pistol. There's no time to talk over it though, really, because the round has started off very quickly indeed. Rushes up middle from the CT side. They decide against it in the end. Face crack meanwhile going to go aggressive into lower tunnels. They're hearing all of this on the T end, and it looks like with the bomb hiding outside of B that it may well be an A fake, but I'm not entirely sure.
It's looking like it's going to be an A fake, commit one player, the rest go back type of mentality. There's the flash. Actually, they're going to get a player in pit, and one will run up. Oh, he's going to be the man to run up here. Through the CT smoke? No, he's actually going to try to take the fight with this player. Gandalf, the power's gone. And he finds a second through the smoke? Roy? Okay. I see you. The power didn't, however. Going for one more. The fake has been completely bought. The Braum goes down, and Cillian can just tuck into this catwalk corner. And if you're FORZE, you have been played.
Yeah, it works beautifully. It works beautifully, and now they're on the recovery with low HP bars. Face crack does well to find that frag. Cillian, meanwhile, in from behind, could mow them all down here with the Glock. However, he's happy with one. Looks to back away, just playing the time. Acor here's that player in front of him. That was the full HP player in the form of Jerry, and an easy one tap onto Face crack, of course. Mad Lions with the bamboozle get off to a flying start.
Wow. The second one from Roy, like, pre-firing the common angles, but come on. Acor realized he couldn't move anymore. And Face Crack did not stand a chance. What a really cool pistol for Mad Lions to pull out. We're going to have a bit of a battle of the scouts. The Power loses the opening fight, and he's going to stick around a bit longer, but I doubt he'll face. As Mad Lions, this is the round you don't want to win, don't want to lose, right? Especially after how that pistol round went. We've seen plenty of times on Dust 2 4 able to convert this round. But it's Mad Lions playing a bit slow, playing more standard in default. Again, long pressure with the rifles. Throwing the UMP up first. I believe that is Shoosh coming in hot. Not getting a scout tagged. Actually, will, excuse me, down to 29. And off of this, they're just going to back up again. They're choking FORZE out of information, coming up towards long. And this player, again, in the same situation, gets 2. That's back-to-back times they've done that. But the B players this time are sticking around. FORZE will not be tricked twice.
No, sir. That's where they have to look inward, you know, the all fool me once and all the rest. Difficult to tell whether that will be the correct decision at this point. Almaze is certainly playing with fire, going for a peek there. Meanwhile, it does look like the bomb slowly making its way towards the A site. Jerry on the edge of his smoke now has to creep forwards. Oh, this could be great. It could be devastating. It's unfortunately the latter for Jerry. Can't find a single frag. Maybe if they were a bit earlier, maybe if he was sure they were on shore and not having to check every single angle. But of course, this is the outcome that we get, and it results in a save from the rest of FORZE. So second round for Mad Lions will be easily secured.
Whew. Nerve-wracking. The B players this time deciding, you know what? We're not going to rotate on one player getting 2 kills. We're going to stick around a little bit longer, and allows them to get a Galil out of it. So the Galil and Scout carried out of this round. Not too shabby, not so bad. Would have preferred the round. Roy makes sure that AK is going to stay in his loving arms. 2 for Mad Lions, as you mentioned, Scriv. I would say, honestly, at this level, Scriv, I would say this map leads a little bit T-sided. Let's take a look at FORZE's stats, because that's fun. Let me pull up Dust 2. And yeah, I am right. So 52 round win percentage on CT, 55 round win percentage on that T side. So I think we're going to have a bit of a clash of the T side, Scriv. Going to be a lot of pressure on the CTs to find the opening pick and not allow the Ts to settle into comfortable opening fights like Asilian just tried. And more importantly, not allowing the Ts to get a strong default in. As soon as guns come out from FORZE, watch for someone to make a move. I think it's bound to happen.
Yeah, I think so, right? The depth that they have on this map cannot be underestimated at all. Pistol rounds can be tough. They can be somewhat random, as we talk about from time to time. This one's been a bit slow, though. Ooh, there you go, Almazer. As soon as I call it out, of course, picks up the pace, goes for a wide one, and finds the head of the first. And you can see with that, you know, Galil and the aggression that he's taking, they're very unsure on this Mad Lion side. Have they forced around this, maybe? I'm not sure. Their economy's a little hard to follow early on, but at the moment, taking it nice and slow, just playing things safe. Smoke's going to come in. They need to make quick work of this A site. Down goes Face Crack on the flank. However, again, they're in their heads. It's another fake attempt. The Power is left on B on 22 HP. Does get attacked. And a frag for Almazer comes in. He actually gets a second. CZ for Jerry still in play here. Drops the bomb with 15 seconds left. Oh, goodness. It's a one-on-one. Innocent is indeed one-shottable against that scout. Jerry not too bothered, though. He has armor and he's retrieved an AK now. Innocent does get the bomb down, but doesn't have time to move away from the fight that Jerry will win. Wow, FORZE coming out on top of, honestly, a round we had them written off in. Mad Lions, they lose the first man and maybe overthinking things a bit with that fake attempt again.
Yeah, third time in a row going for it. From pistol to force to the third. I mean, I think it's just sometimes it's a little too much. I know Dust 2 is a map where Rotates take a while for both sides, and if you feel like you have the numbers shifted, you can kind of just full commit to that fake. But a little overcalling in, and I think they'd agree, a little overcalling in the mid round there for Mad Lions. Again, they could argue and say, well, if we just got that one kill, that could have changed the whole difference in the dynamic of the round. But now you've allowed FORZE to get one on the board where they shouldn't have, right? Get double ops on Zapower and Flint right out of the gates, and this is exactly what I was talking about. We're gonna see something from Zapower, but Acor, the wiser, he's able to find him. I thought Zapower had him dead to rights, but no, sir. The double op from Flint wouldn't be expected, but now it is. And Mad Lions able to get cat control off the back of an opening pick. And with the current purchase that they have, that first pick facilitated not only a gun, but everyone to have one now.
Shoosh looking to lead the way. Beautiful flick from him. Oh, goodness. These AWPs making so much noise for Mad Lions. 2-man advantage. Definitely shaken from the previous round, but recovering really well here. FORZE have their work cut out. Once again, Mad Lions, very slow, very silent, not making too much noise. All Astillion, meanwhile, on the MAC-10, doing quite the opposite. An easy frag for Almazer, but information is in. The rest of the team moving towards a vulnerable B bomb site. Almazer to try and hold things down from the doors. Lovely stuff. Thankful for that rotation of them, but of course, he is eventually dealt with. And with that, 3 versus 2, FORZE going to look to save.
Yeah, looks likely. I'm just going to try to take Catwalk, make sure they're not going to be chased. Plus, it is a bit easier to hold Catwalk out of most positions. Could have ran to pit, could have ran to long. Catwalk seemingly is going to be their choice. At the same time, maybe they want to find a kill or two on exit. Jerry a little disappointed that they took the double op. But this is going to tell FORZE, okay, they're going to have the double op. Right? Acor will have his. But there's going to be a second. And I wonder how this is going to affect the FORZE approach, right? Keep in mind, their loss bonus is still kind of there. Not as much as they would like. Well, they still get a wee bit. More than none. And I wonder if saving an op AK is going to allow them to go for it. I think they'd buy here. I'm pretty sure Exapower drops an M4, gets his op. Jerry drops the AK, buys an M4, and they'll just have one player deagle full utility. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Or an MP9 half util. Mad Lions, after they buy up themselves, will be low on a few. But knowing FORZE, and you have an AK you can't buy, plus that all-expensive op, it seems like it is just going to be go time. They know they're a T-sided team. They just want to get there. But these are the type of risks they're taking on Nuke. And I think it may just leak over here onto Dust 2. I could be very wrong, and they could just full save buy in the next. That's a smart safe play, because Jerry can buy Zapower the op next, or Zapower can buy it himself. But they are the type of team that enjoy going for purchases like this one, Scriv.
Hopefully back into the action soon. Not quite sure what the deal is. I believe the FORZE Dig semi-final, they had a few technical issues there on some of the players' end. Can't quite remember which team it was, but all the same. Touch some wood, maybe, you know, cross some fingers that we're not going to be here for an extended period of time, but I think it should be all good. We've not really had anything to write home about so far. Kind of goes the same in the game, you know. FORZE were in with a solid chance. I don't know where it's gone, you know, that energy that we saw from them. Not quite coming into play just yet. But Mad Lions, for me, Keith, I don't know about you, it's been a very flat and transparent kind of T-side so far, right? They try and either brute force their way in and then slow things down, or they start off slow and burst onto a bomb site. There's not too much. I think if they can find the windows, FORZE have got a really good opportunity here to catch them in those slow moments, in those build-up moments, you know, if they're not concentrating.
Yeah, if they can go to the windows, to the walls, to the rounds, drop in their pockets, Scriv, you never know. That's a little bit of a reference for you. I bet you've banged out to that song before, Scriv. I bet you like it. Amazer. No utility really to hold this back. Gonna stop in the fence. He has to be able to find two from the position. He will. Amazer. But what is that response from Acor? The entry fragging up. The trade is one thing, but that second shot on Flit is A-grade nasty. Face crack gets the call that Roy is coming in towards mid. And with double ops, no one can really push him. No one can really peek him. It's all on Roy peeking into them. And he just simply won't. He'll let Shush come and help him out. So power is stuck on these boxes and he's gone. Mad Lions, what a pinch. What a collapse.
Absolutely brilliant. Roy to finish off proceedings as well. Mad Lions just playing Dust 2, I think, to their strengths. The individuals popping off. And like I said, kind of at the top of the show in the previous map, I do think that their individuals are a little stronger. Acor and Shush looking really, really good on Nuke. And so if they can continue with that, Dust 2 is a much more rewarding map, I think, when it comes to the individual play. FORZE hitting a very, very big obstacle early on, you know, expecting them to do a little better than this on the CT side, particularly with the round that they have being not even a half buy, like pretty much a full eco around one rifle. I think there was a scout in there as well, so you really think that would springboard them forwards, but it's just not been the case. Not expecting too much from this round, though. Few Deegs, P250, tiny bit of armor. And of course, the B bomb site for Mad Lions, which again only has one player directly on it for FORZE. At the moment, it actually goes down to 0. So they are looking to gamble stack the A site. They might be able to overwhelm Innocent here, yeah, immediately, and very quickly going to know that it is a B hit. Unfortunately, not much they could do about that. Cillian looking crisp. It's not just Acor on the AWP. Face crack probably going to look to save his AK. The other two players will look for exits.
Exits they'll find. Face crack. He's way away. Jerry, hopeful as Deagle can land one. But with the way the bomb proximity works now, Mad Lions can even leave that car. The full HP players can just go there instead of escaping through tunnels. But they will. And Jerry's still here. Oh, that's a good one under Roy. As we always say, any damage is good damage in situations like these. And his days were numbered as soon as Acor posted up there, but they get an AK out of it. They'll have the ops, maybe even, I say ops like implying there might be a double, but the fact that it hasn't been working, I think they do just go back to rifles in the single on Power, because a team like FORZE, what their strength is collapsing on these executes from Mad Lions, like crossfires and sights, quick flanks with rifles. Now, double ops haven't really opened them up to be countering these Mad Lions plays that they've been making, which have been counterable with rifles, but the double ops slowed and iced out. Interesting smoke for Mad Lions allows them to just run through and get up towards Cat. I think that was supposed to go to Xbox, but it stopped short. And Mad Lions, an unconventional default we just saw from them. A lot of times you wouldn't see them just run up Cat like that, but they do. And Shush is making a play script. Look at him in CT. I think they're going B.
Looks like it. And they love that B-bomb site. And, well, the entries come through thick and fast. Almaze is good for one, but other than that, they have been rolled over. Mad Lions on the T side of Dust 2 so far. Very scary, very formidable indeed. Power will find a cheeky exit, you know, a consolidation frag. Really nothing working at all for FORZE. They are just getting put to sleep round after round after round.
Mad Lions, just the entries on entries, unlike we saw on Nuke. Their big boys are coming to play now. 8 core settling into this op on Dust 2 T side. It's a comfort for most oppers. If you can't op on Dust 2, you probably shouldn't be opping. But he's filling in nicely. 10 kills for him. And Hellcase the boys. Malta V15. We got codes for you, and the site is yours. Go take a peep. Hundreds of cases to open. Esports tournament mode. Trust me, that is a ton of fun. And giveaways all the time. Check out Hellcase. It's the case opening site to be on in FORZE. Look at this little cheeky play from Zapower. He gets the op. He'll make a play. And we need more of that from Zapower on the CT side. Scriv, they need to facilitate some sort of rounds to stand on. Otherwise, this T side won't even be given a chance. And he's going for more. That's more like it.
Beast, absolute beast. They have given him, you know, the remit and the control, the license in this round to play aggressive. So good. And Mad Lions going to be tested severely here. The first time in a little while, it feels like. To power. Oh, timing going to be everything. Spots the barrel. Able to get the flick. Can he get away? He can. He lives to fight another day. And, well, I think he's going to try and stick around. No, okay. He flies out. They feel the 5-on-2 is enough. Zapower, you have done enough. Just chill, stay alive, and let's win this. Flick going to take down another. And, well, the flank coming in easily enough. A-core drops. Not a single frag for Mad Lions. FORZE, this could be another opportunity at the turning point. It is interesting. The 2 rounds they've found come off the back of the pistols. Kind of wild.
Yeah.
Maybe this time.
I think that lends to like the loose ability of the pistols, right? Allowing Zapower to work around that op is what they kind of needed to do from the start. Now he was able to just find himself a little bit confidence. His teammates have pistols, pressures on him, and he makes some unconventional plays that work out into a round turn. With how Mad Lions are defaulting and how heavy they have been, wherever they go, they typically commit quite a few numbers and then base a mid-round on the picks and control they have. It's very standard. It's very Dust 2-y. Almost said Ratatouille. That's definitely not what we're playing. But I enjoy the Mad Lions approach, but exactly what FORZE just did is how you're going to kind of cancel them and make them rethink their approach. Now they're just settling into, again, a very standard default. And Flit just takes a confident peek. They're right back to the double ops. The difference this time, Flit finds a kill with his.
Confidence revitalized, dude. Looking really good. This is what we wanted for FORZE. Mad Lions, on the meantime, have to once again come from behind. Unsuccessful in the previous round, but like I said, their T side is very transparent, and FORZE are a great team at adapting. I feel they've gotten a good read on, you know, slow starts. "30 seconds. As they move in, need to deal with this AWPer on top of the car, and they are not. Great angle from Zapower. Not even got the smokes in, Keith. Oh, goodness. He comes in with 2, almost the 3rd, but surely once again has done enough. Hey, he wants more. He wants more. Innocent still alive, but of course 1v5 on 13 HP with 10 seconds. Everything I've just said there is against him. He'll get taken down. Flit actually finishes off the player that he softened up earlier on. And that is troublesome. You can see why Mad Lions have been looking to go B round after round after round. They had a lot of it. Look, you can see it on the hood, right? They have the utility available, but they maybe are just not prepared or ready, or maybe thinking if we don't throw utility, they won't be ready. But of course, they are more than ready.
The turnaround from FORZE. Audible now, very visible, just like it was on Nuke. When they turned it around, they switched up their play. Started playing a bit more aggressive. It panned out. Flint, double ops. Could be overrun by pistols here. Surprised he stuck around for as long as he did. The 5-7 bails him out for 1. But it's Jerry through the smoke, the man who's really making this close. And Zapower comes through himself. His P250 will be upgraded to a Deagle. And he's going to shoot the AK over, but little do you know, his teammate already had one. And Mad Lions with the pause. We started early with the pump fakes. We started with that motivation from Mad Lions. Their default were finding picks. Their pinches on sites were prime. And the flanks from FORZE weren't happening. Now what's going on is Mad Lions have slowed back down to a default, a bit more of a timid approach. And FORZE, these double ops have started to pick them apart. They've started fighting for Cat. Long has been a null point for both teams. And FORZE have just come to life with the pinches on mid. Not allowing mid control to be given up for free has been a big change from FORZE. And Mad Lions, it's their turn to adapt now. And after the way Nuke went, who knows if they're really up to the task. So far, so good. But if you let FORZE get 5, 6, 7, honestly, 6 and 7 is a goal for FORZE. But if you let them go past that, you could be in some trouble once you get to this CT side. So this is the time for Mad Lions, right? Reel it back in. It's not too far gone. Do not let FORZE build that CT bank any further.
Yeah, the time is now. For a whole myriad of reasons. And the pressure certainly on Mad Lions. We were not expecting them to perform on Dust 2, but they really did step up. I kind of had an inkling, right? I don't want to say I told you so, but we'll see. Maybe I will end up eating my words. FaceCrack is certainly going to make sure of that fact. Drops the first easily enough. He's got a lot of assistance here as well. A-Core going to find Flit. The short hit is successful. FaceCrack drops there. Jerry's still around on A, though. Able to find another. Keeping things just about doable. But we'll see. They've lost control of the A-bomb site. He has to wait for the rotation to come in. They know vaguely where he is coming from. To power, meanwhile. Oh, that's a lot of room for a man of his caliber to work with. York peeking in. Spots the head. Not quite able to find it. Jerry, meanwhile, is tagged up. That might just seal the deal. Tries to go for a wide swing. Can't find anything. And now left out in the open. I think they are looking to just back away here, Keith. And that indeed will be the answer. So Mad Lions in with the 7th. It's surprising, to be honest, because I thought with the opener from FaceCrack and how kind of caught off they looked at Long, I thought Mad Lions would go down. But of course, once again, the individuals win their 1v1s.
Yeah, it's been a bit of the story, hasn't it been? If the op isn't finding you, Mad Lions can win those 1v1s. The power. Ooh, goodbye, Silly. Trying to be quick with the hop. So power has been quick on this CT side. But a 7th for Mad Lions. Really good number to be at. But that CT money, as mentioned, is there in droves for FORZE. I wouldn't mind a pause from them, but again, it is just one round, so nothing to really scoff at and be upset about yet. But it's the Mad Lions to take the timeout. Now, this timeout can be one of two things, right? We're down out of money. We need a second round strung together. We know they're buying full. Probably have the double ops. Or it's we need to change up approach. We've been defaulting heavy. Yeah, we got picked early on, but we brought that back. We won our individual duels. Do we take this B spawn, right? It's been a while. It's been a minute since we've seen anything happen towards that site. And this is the best B spawn you're going to get. Like, you pretty much have to take this, in my opinion.
Ooh. That shot was awfully close, eh? Interesting approach here. That once again, leaving the B-bomb site a little vulnerable. Flit is around there, but he's not directly on the site itself. So power, meanwhile, playing with fire on short. Nade for nade. Shoosh takes barely any damage. Sounded like it was right next to him, but I guess he has enough protection from it. Minute and 20. We've seen a bit of action, but once again, a very slow approach from Mad Lions, just grouping up outside of B, hoping to make this work. Utility starts to come in. Flit ready. Not being dealt with. The flash way too late. He's able to drop a bomb before he is even blinded there. Looking for more. Does get perhaps a little greedy. Biting off more than he can chew. Face cracks here quickly, but the flanker... unsure whether they've dealt with it or not. It's very difficult to tell, but this is what they were ready for. Two players coming in from behind, Keith. Almeza to find the head of the first. The retake now in full flow.
Yeah, that's that quick rifle flank I was talking about, that FORZE Enjoy. And it comes in. Shoosh, through the window. Able to get one. Face crack not expected. Instant has to win his fight, and he will. Getting tagged up from behind. The pistol. But no, it's face crack to best him. Asilian, he's been great. Can he close it out? The first is through. Power throws the molly. Time is ticking. And what? A headshot from Asilian. Mad Lions, just when you think they're in trouble, right when you think you're counting them out of the round, they fight back. They fight aggression with aggression. And this from Asilian is just a heartbreaker.
Absolute destruction. And like I say, Mad Lions continue to play Dust 2 to their strengths, not making it too advanced, right? Just keeping it nice and simple. Oh, we can't really go A, so let's just go B. And the individuals, again, bailing them out. And that's maybe the way that it feels that they're playing from behind in some of these rounds, and maybe more than not, but like, it's working. And FORZE, I think, are getting more and more frustrated every round that they lose. However, 5 or 6 rounds still definitely possible. Great little angle from Jerry, able to drop down. Smoke does come in. They're trying to spam him through it, but opting to just write him off. Not deal with him instead. So a nice opener for FORZE to work with.
Ooh. Yeah, it's what FORZE have been getting, but closing out the rounds have been the issue. Flit needs a kill, no question, no ifs. There he goes. Shot in before the flash pop. He's dancing around, double stacked like Asilian, but with the op. Flit thought the third would have been there. It's what he ordered, but it comes a little too late. Mad Lions now setting up to hold on to this site scriv. So much pressure on Innocent.
There seems to be so much pressure on someone for this Mad Lions side. Every single retake looking good. No, all three, no. Power stays alive for now, but they do not respect that he's underneath that window at all. Neither of them looking down, and, well, before they realize it is far too late. Power now the only one left. Misses his shot. Innocent runs out of ammo. That's a little awkward, but the round has been won, of course. No time for the defuse. Innocent finishes him off eventually and gets his 4K. Mad Lions, again, have an individual bail them out. FORZE are absolutely kicking themselves in these rounds. Really letting them slip away.
They're also winnable. They've had the economy. They got the opening picks. And as you said, someone from Mad Lions steps up. Asilian and Instant go back to back. I mean, it's just robbery of rounds, especially after what Flit did here. You can't ask for anything better from a B anchor player. Stayed alive as long as you can, but this, nothing going. No one coming through the door. Innocent doubles in right when I said pressure's on. And now FORZE in round 14. So Power gets out the op. He's won a round pretty much with his exact same buy from his teammates once before. And I mean, they need to get to 5. That is the bare minimum number on this CT side.
Oh, clean stuff from Asilian to open up once again. Power does trade back, but he's left very low. And I think he was kind of their hope for this round. Yeah, timing not working for Facecrack at long. Flit his position vaguely known here. Just a matter of time, it feels like. He has called on some assistance, though, so Innocent does need to be careful. Oh, okay, maybe they didn't realize. I think they were looking to save together, perhaps. Meanwhile, Power does manage to find one. 4 HP, though, like a well-placed nade and a misplaced jump could be the end of him. He does manage to make it down safe. The cross smokes once again, not clean from Mad Lions here, but they just spam the flashbangs and hope for the best. Power does find another. I think saving with the money that they have, right? Saving this AWP into the next round is paramount to success. So he's going to take that and look to get out. Or not? Unless...
Is there a kiss? No, he's playing for access.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Fair enough. I was going to say, there is no way he just sprints it all the way down.
Imagine. Collats them, gets the defuse, makes us look stupid. Yeah, not going to be the case. 10 for Mad Lions on this T side. I'm not counting out FORZE. The stats speak for themselves on their T side, and the lack of numbers for Mad Lions bodes well for FORZE. But from what we're seeing right now, the players and individuals stepping up on Mad Lions, everyone's had around, right, for the most part. That looks pretty good, and they're going to continue to force this double up on Flit. Interesting, because we've watched FORZE a decent amount, Scriv, and this is typically like a fallback plan or they're so far ahead, but they have forced it nearly every single rifle round. And I wonder if that's just kind of to counter what Mad Lions have been up to, really wanting to justify these first picks, which have been coming in, but just they can't close rounds, and it's just heart-wrenching. They're going to fight for long control and get it this time around, and I think Mad Lions want to go back and get long doors. They know they can't give this up for free early. FORZE have been able to thrive on flanks before, just can't let that happen very early.
Oh, lovely stuff. Face crack. Finding the opener. Does get a slight tag, but he's able to get away. Absolutely massive. Nice smoke coming in from his bud as well to keep the rest of the T's at bay, and making that trade kind of hard. Minute and 5 seconds. FORZE just got to chill, I think, and they might be able, I mean, should be able to work with the man advantage, but like we have seen throughout this game, you literally just mentioned, it's not been that easy. Great positioning here, though. Yeah, Zapower and Jerry creeping in together. Flit chiming in as well. Magic finally happening for the FORZE side of things. Shush has his hands on an AWP, so maybe give him some respect. Innocent, meanwhile, oh, does get traded. Just a second. In your mind's eye, you could see him finding both those B players. Not going to be the case, however, certainly not over. Now it will be. An easy frag for Face Crack on the end. The 5th round coming in, and we do know how formidable this FORZE T side can be. CT sides as well, I think particularly on Dust 2, when you're kind of clueless, as it does look like, you know, the A approach, and we didn't even see like a mid to B from Mad Lions. It does not look very good at all from them. Yeah, so if they do come into the CT side with very little game plan, the same amount as that T side, I do worry for them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the one thing we know for sure is they won't be forcing the double ups on T side. That's almost a given. But FORZE's firepower, to me, really does shine through on the T side. Again, the numbers back it up. They're going to have to come out swinging. If you allow Acor to get the op out early, and he gets in a groove, and Mad Lions get free map control, long is uncontested, which, by the way, for the majority of that half scriv, it was, which long is typically a big talking point. Mad Lions, not really interested. They set a little bit of control there early from pistol to the fake after that. But outside of that, never really going back there. They lost an eco once, and they just ignored it completely for the remainder of the half. A lot of the times it was mid, B pressure, catwalk control, and then splits onto sites. They abused mid heavily. And FORZE's game plan, they're very default heavy. They don't mind doing quick explodes here and there and playing off spawn scriv, but they love and they thrive off of their individuals winning fights. And I wonder how confident they're going to be for them to do that.
Should be moving into that second half quickly here, folks, as it really is starting to heat up. I mean, look, I feel that like FORZE coming into this really not prepared for the way that Mad Lions have been approaching the T side. It is certainly unorthodox, and it's worked very well. I think if FORZE get the chance to watch a VOD, which obviously at the moment there's not really an opportunity to do so, but let's say they watch back this game or whatever, and the next time that they played, unless Mad Lions did a mad amount of work, wow, okay, I feel that FORZE would get the better of them, right? Because it has been a very flat kind of style on that T side. Loot bet odds there. Pretty one-sided in the favor of Mad Lions. Key. Not crazy, not the worst that we've ever seen, of course, but still, a lot more than perhaps you would expect. Mad Lions here in the pistol, looking to take the fight to the T side. Meanwhile, they'll go charging up long, going to try and find themselves a way in. Shoosh, the first to fall, doesn't even get a single bullet across. Meanwhile, Roy traded, but then the trade comes in. However, we've got action over on A, over on long. It's all going down. It's all flying about. The bullets are left, right, and center. Heads are being taken by both sides. The bomb has yet to be planted, but in just a second, it will go down. And Flit is low. Oh, Flit finds a quick one to Aiko. It's all left on to Innocent to trade.
Oh, Innocent with one, but there is Jerry Scriv. Man, there was some unreal, filthy pistol shots in that round, and it's one FORZE desperately needed and wanted. You know the force buy is coming from Mad Lions. I can almost feel it. But at the same time, they could be the type of team that Peacemaker chimes in and says, look, we have some rounds to mess with. We could just get a good buy next. But no, I could feel it coming in the air tonight. And it's going to be a double scout with some pistols bought up around it, Scriv. And they're going to be trying to face the power. He has to be a little cautious while Jerry taking long. The smoke will punch Flint in the face. And that's the first bit of damage dealt this round is by a smoke. And hang on. Shoosh gets 2 with his deagle? How do FORZE let that happen?
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. This is going to make such a difference as well. The damage is coming onto Face Crack. There's a lot onto Asilian. There's a lot onto Shoosh. But FORZE need to convert those frags fast. Once again, Mad Lions start the second half in the same way that they approached that first, using the individuals to their advantage. Smoke's going to come over the top, keeping Shoosh at bay. Actually, a lot of smokes. Yeah, they drop down with them as well. This might be a little unexpected. AK's being retrieved by Roy, meanwhile. Not looking to pay attention to that long area. I kind of like this approach. Face Crack has crept himself into that corner. Zapower does need to be careful. Playing the tight angles, going for the swing, but he takes so much damage. The gap now closing. Face Crack able to get one and squeezes round. No, he just gets dropped. So does Flit. It's all onto Zapower. He finds the first. He's on the AK. Looks for the second, the third as well. Oh, Zapower. Out of the back pocket once again, trick up his sleeve, activated my trap card, of course, the 1vx situation. I don't lose those guys. You should know this by now.
I mean, come on. Give us a break. Zapower does not want to let that slip. If Mad Lions take that, Scriv, I'm dead serious when I say this. I think the map follows. Zapower has been the man for FORZE late on Nuke and here right now with that AK. Absolutely unreal. No one could kill him there. It seemed like destiny. And FORZE are thanking him immensely. And MP7 bought up front Jerry. We're on the same wavelength. The best SMG in the game. Close second is the Bison. Just kidding. But, hey. The MP7 is pretty good. Looking to make money. Mad Lions, not a penny invested. Waiting until round 19 to get the buy up. And they're clashing towards long. One flash. Mazer could be dead, and he is. These rifles have to do cleanup crew. And they're just faulting. They're lining up with each other, Scriv. The positioning from FORZE is going to give me a migraine. And it's up to 2 players to clutch out again.
Yeah, I mean, this is really messy, right? We've seen Mad Lions are playing this individually based style, looking to try and force fights as much as possible. Well, in this round, FORZE have just played into their hands perfectly. You know, I think they're going to win it, especially with that frag from Zapower. But, like, dropping 3 in a round like this, where the CTs are going to be buying in the next round, by the way, really not ideal. Zapower is that cash cow thanks to surviving the previous round. If he survives this one as well, then it should be all good. Yeah, okay, an A-core not going to win it out. But still, dropping 3, let's make sure that doesn't happen. Stacking on top of each other in long, let's make sure that doesn't happen again. I, too, am feeling the pins in my head, to be honest. Just the stress that it causes. Instant headache. But nonetheless, they will come away with the round. It's bittersweet, I suppose. And yeah, nice time for a timeout, I think.
Yeah, if there ever was a time, it's now. Especially after how devastating that was to the economy. Scriv, if FORZE win that round clean, they have back-to-back full buys. Now, it'd be weird. You're going to get $1,400. Not a bunch, not a lot. Could be tricky. As Mad Lions right into the double op. Cillian and Acor will break that out. Only one kit on Dust 2. Could be worrisome. Could be an issue. Can always snowball out of control if the ops start to chime in. But Power has his own, and that's a bit of a safety net for FORZE. It has been. And I have a feeling it'll continue to will be. As Acor looking for the boost, which is typically the counterplay to this. Jerry's just going to flash, peek, and the op of Acor is going to have to respect it and back up a little bit. But with Roy here, they're going first kill hunting.
Oh, this is a great setup as well. Absolutely deadly. Again, not respecting it. Just walking straight into these fights on the FORZE side of things. Both coming away with a frag. Sure, they do trade one back, but Roy and Acor have done a lot of work there. Oh, I don't know, man. This seems so far a little broken from FORZE. Not playing to that top tier standard that sometimes we expect from them on Dust 2. Obviously, not against super high caliber opponents, which I suppose maybe Mad Lion's starting to feed into that. But still, just one flash before you go for that jump up. It's really not going to cost you all that much.
And I guess they're banking on the flash from the lower players, just forcing them off. But yeah, just a little lazy there from FORZE, let's be honest. Typically something they do so well is trading out and taking that cat. So surprised not to see it as clean. And this long duel is also important once Almazer makes contact. We could see a run boost. Oh, this is going to be wild if Acor hits this flick. He will try and face crack. Not known for the opping, has gotten two. From rifle to op, Shush is forced in pit, and face crack while he's allowed to hunt. He is given the go-ahead.
And what a master he is. One locked out towards long, two coming in from short. Of course, Gandalf from Flick, going to be a great angle to play with, but he can't land the shots. Almazer, though, chimes in at the perfect time. Shush getting impatient, wants to join his teammates, but he now never will have the chance. Face crack, unprepared for the cross. It's Almazer on the creek, however, this is a perfect angle to be holding. Fantastic stuff from Almazer. He will shut them down and clutches up for FORZE. How many times have we said that now? Normally, it's a power, to be fair. Almazer, he gets a piece of that clutching pie, however, and keeping FORZE in the runnings here. A key round.
Yeah, he wanted to fall back, but I guarantee you one of his teammates said, not planted for you, not planted for you. Don't know what that is in Russian, so I'm not even going to try to guess, but I'm assuming that's what that comm was. He wanted to fall back, play for the bomb, but he was planted behind double stack, so not quite ready for his position. And Mad Lions, on a buy like this before, have done significant damage. And I think what FORZE desperately needs, Scriv, to really allow them to make this deep run against Mad Lions is to build this T economy. Gotta win this one cleanly, or as close to clean as you possibly can. And this time they get out long without any controversy, without any trouble. And it is just slow goings. Mad Lions going to be fighting off of Cat and CT. They're going to clear mid first, though. This is smart from them, right? Narrow down the possibilities, gain that information, and then just worry about long once these smokes get there.
Oof. Broken on the second there, but I suppose Flit staying alive here and yeah, not wanting to drop that AK across. They really have not had the chance to balloon this economy, so surviving kind of paramount here. He'll call on the cavalry. He knows they're after him. What? What is going on? This game, Mad Lions just hitting insane shots. They both get kills. I don't understand. PK retrieve for Acor. Mac 10 for Innocent. Lovely stuff. See what he can get done. I mean, he might get a bit of money, a bit of extra cash coming into it, and that ballooned economy that I was talking about, that we were hoping for, if you're a FORZE fan, of course. It's not going to happen as cleanly as they would like. So Mad Lions hot on their heels, Keith.
Yeah, the chase is on, isn't it? Mad Lions probably having a discussion. Do we want these double ops in play once again? What did it get us last time? I mean, it gave us some confidence, and we broke it out right away, but do we dare chase it again? And they will. And Cillian, he's been great on rifles. The op for him is something that we didn't get to see happen on Nuke. But this is probably, as people are watching, why did Mad Lions allow Dust 2 to get through? Why? Well, this could be something they've been working on in scrims, right? Double op right off the go. Same with FORZE on CT side. We know the power of the ops, especially online. And Acorn and Cillian. Of course, should be no surprise Acorn has one, but a Cillian breaking it out is something they guarantee you they worked on. They have setups backed up with it. I think that catwalk one with Roy and Acor is a good example of that, of something they worked on and have hammered in and have gone over a ton. So interesting to see them continuing to pressure it. And it must be backed up with some success at some point. Innocent's nade should be decent, and it will. But it's forced to quickly get up Cat thanks to some good utility. And this time they have to flash Acor off.
Goes back in for the peak, though, after getting flashed off to his demise. I'm not sure if the 1-for-1 is going to be enough here. Innocent finding an untraded frag in middle is incredibly important. Meanwhile, at long, Shush getting the better of Jerry. It's all down to the 2-on-4 again. FORZE have been locked out by Mad Lions. Really confident stuff across the board here from the CT side. Quick flank coming in as Innocent has cleared out lower tunnels. Now looking to chill or keep going? That's the real question. Oh, he's going to keep going, and they've just gone off the angle. 50 seconds left. Orp trained here. Zapower looking to just get the better of him, I suppose. I'm not sure if the flash is going to come in. Oh, the leg and the headshot. Traded back. Zapower again continues to land some incredible shots, but I think the round not going to be doable here. Face crack, 1-on-3. Okay, does actually manage to get the first. I figured he would have gone down there. Shows a bit too much for Innocent, though, and will end up falling. So Mad Lions, as soon as the lead comes under contention, they'll manage to pick up the 11th.
FORZE, look at their money. Oh, if they just had that one round clean, would have been a full buy right back. Instead, here we are with two players' monies in tatters. And I wonder if this pause is to discuss, okay, look, what are we going to buy? What's it going to look like? We have a couple rich players. We can get the op out for Flit, in fact. I think that is just purely spawn-based. I know for a fact the power is going to follow him, and as soon as Flit's done with his shot, he's going to ask for it back very nicely. And then, unfortunately, for Flit, he'll be on a pistol. But hey, it's the way it works. Actually, there is an AK. There you have it. So Flit will go for the pick. He'll toss the op back over to Zapower after the opening duel. And they are going to chase. They are going to chase down the Mad Lions, whose economy themselves has been in the whims. It's been the game of economy and games of opening picks, and Flit nearly finds a Cillian. That tag could come back into effect later, but man, if that was a kill, that would have been big for a player like Flit to find.
Oh, a Cillian. They're going to flash through. He needs to be careful here. The re-peek. Perhaps ill-advised. It cost him his life. Gary, meanwhile, at middle, I think has been spotted here. And it looked like for a second they were going to crunch on him, but no, they've decided to put resources towards long instead. See whether that is the correct call in just a few moments here. Shush able to get one through it. That is all. Innocent finding Jerry over towards middle. Roy up and above the smoke that he's thrown here. Needs to be dealt with quickly. They know that there's a possibility he could be above it. However, he finds Face Crack jumping up. Knows that he's there. The man advantage solid here for Mad Lions. It is somewhat brittle, but the smokes go down at the worst possible time. Zapower is left to clutch once again. The bomb down in no man's land, and it's not looking too good for him. Open channels, no utility. They're playing it safe here on the CT side, so probably not going to work out. However, we've said that a number of times, and he seems to come out on top, misses that shot, and Innocent will take him down. Needed to land the heady, I think. Even then, it would have been difficult.
Yeah, it was just bound to happen. As soon as that player in CT takes the contact, Innocent would have peaked. And that's what happened. And FORZE gonna have to take just a pistol. Mad Lions, how absurd and wild would it be if we would have known, Scriv, when we did pregame, that FORZE would win nuke and Mad Lions setting themselves up to take Dust 2. I think my head might have been close to exploding. But it's been a good showing from Mad Lions. FORZE just falling apart in those key rounds when their economy needs the saving. The double op's going to continue for Mad Lions. Should be no surprise. They'll break it out now every chance they can get. And both ops in towards mid. I mean, I think mid is closed. It is just simply not open for business.
Minute left on the clock. Very slow movement here from FORZE. I mean, kind of to be expected. Flash over the top. Almeza lucky to be alive. Well, okay. I guess not. It was just a delay of the inevitable. Meanwhile, over towards the A site here. The one flash going in. Acor playing nice and passive, so he is able to get around that. Roy, meanwhile, waits for that double flash to come in. Gonna even deny the bomb plant? No, he does get traded back quickly. So might be a chance at it here for the D side, and they can certainly be happy with that. Another kill coming in. The bomb plant actually denied, as it looked like maybe Zapower tried to take the fight. I'm not sure. Regardless, they were going to buy into this round. I just think that extra 800 really should have been committed for. I don't know. It's hard to tell without fully catching. Maybe his head as he stood up from the animation showed. I don't know, but regardless, 13th round for Mad Lions coming in, and the pressure now on FORZE. Do or die on their own map.
Yeah. Definitely at that point. And Acor with the first, flashing to allow Shush to continue his fight and his push. And it's backed up by 2 rifles. Long has just been completely locked up. Put the pad on it, lock it up, throw the key away. The lock pad is in. And FORZE have to think of something else. And they have a good timing with this mid push, but that molly could not have come at a better time for Massilian. Interesting, he uses it towards mid and not B. Gonna come back for some more. Face cracks there. Not expecting Roy on the back of the smoke. And he finds 2 wild headshots to leave no other than Zapower alone. Once is enough. I don't think Mad Lions are gonna be in the mood to allow him to do it back to back. I say back to back, but to find a second is what I meant.
Flash over the top. Another one to follow. Okay. Acor, though, is hidden away. He spots out that barrel, knows that he's crossed. Zapower. Oh, gonna drop him. Got plenty of time to play with as well, keeping him guessing. Oh, Shush. Taking a wide one, but he manages to win it. 14 rounds in for Mad Lions. FORZE no bomb plant. FORZE can't really buy, but do you want to let them get to 15? A tough call, and well, indeed, they know it. Paws coming in here to try and decide which call they go with.
It's just so nasty from Roy. Work around the smoke, right? Not going to expect, especially with a man advantage, for someone else to willing to come back and take that fight. And a good time for a pause, to say the least, isn't it? And they're going to elect to go for the half buy with pistols. Buy down to 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 in that market, in that landscape. That way you can get rifles out in the next, but give yourself enough of a chance here. And if they trade map picks, we are in for a treat on train, I'll tell you what. As FORZE throw a ton of smokes towards mid. The second one towards cat. Okay, so yeah, Xbox. I think they threw 2 towards mid doors, but that's okay. If they can get through A core, the site could be open for business. Flash forces A core off now, Scriv, and they're just gonna wait. They have more nades to throw yet.
Oh, that one's gonna be big. Onto Almeza, particularly these pistols charging in, looking to overwhelm the A site. Not gonna happen so far though. Tried to drop into CT. There just wasn't really anyone around. Flit. Oh, doesn't even find the frag onto Innocent. They're not going to get anything here, are they? All right. Zapower, again, defies the odds. You know, making me eat my words. It's just a bit rude at this point, but surely no more. Okay. All right. Whatever, dude. I'll just be quiet, I guess. Regardless, Mad Lion's going to be up to map point here, looking to take us to that third and final map of the series. Surprisingly so, but it has been an unorthodox approach. It's not like Train is a much better map for them. All the same, this is really fun and interesting to see, particularly that T side, the way that they approached it. And I think the CT side comes down to the culmination of their T side, you know, utilizing the individuals. Their CT side just feels like their individuals are better.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, A-Core.
Made your point. Easily, just put the exclamation mark onto the end of your sentence. Flash for Roy to push forward the op. Missing from a Mazer in short. And, well, Innocent gonna make it work. Finally, a kill comes in from FORZE. And Mad Lion's not letting them breathe, right? Right when FORZE, like, okay, cool. We're gonna go for some mid control. We're gonna force them off. And head peeled back. And player pushing. Finally. Just finally, they get a kill, but still a man down. They've lost their big clutch player in Zapower. And Mazer with his op. Not his primary by any means. But they're going to need him to ring true. A minute to work with Scriv. A negative map control, in a sense. And that is nasty. Asilian not expecting someone already to be crossed. And Flit will not miss. And I don't think his teammates are going to commit to this. Comes down to the peak from Innocent. Yeah, they can now go ahead. They found the rotator. Now they're confident to go to B, but I think they're thinking cat there for the slightest of seconds.
Yeah, I agree with this, though. Not overthinking things. Just play it simply. You know, we've cleared that B bomb site. We've taken down one of the rotators. The odds of there being, you know, even one more, let alone 2 more on the, or around the B bomb site, very slim. So I like this approach. Nice and safe. Keeping them alive. And moving up to 11. And with how close some of these rounds have been coming, you know, Mad Lion surviving with the 2, kind of important, particularly A-Core, who has all that money available. Might even be able to drop 2 players. But regardless, FORZE have got them on the ropes. It's definitely not said and done just yet. One more rifle round, they break the bank. And they move up to 13, you know, so Mad Lion's definitely sweating here.
Well, A-Core will drop. Roy can buy. Innocent the same. So the question is, does A-Core buy an op or an M4? I think I saw the M4 purchase. So could have given chase to that double op once again. But A-Core drops 2 M4s. And if he didn't have the silenced equip Scriv, he only drops 1. The fact he drops 2 gives a full buy with utility and kits to his teammates. Really cool little tidbit there, by the way. I guess if you're an opper, you should just put the M1S on equipped. You won't have to use it often, and it allows you to budget for things like this.
And it is easier to use. Don't know if it's better.
Upward inflection question mark?
Yeah, I find it kind of easier to use than the A4, I'll be honest. Just because of the lower fire rate. I tend to like miss initially and then move the spray. So, yep. It's got my approved seal.
Oh, well, now that it has that, everyone's going to use it.
I was going to say, for what it's worth. Either way, A-Core. Loving this angle. He's played it a number of times. Flash comes in, though, and he will be forced off of it. We've seen Almeza get tagged down, but other than that, not an awful lot. And it's not game-ending for FORZE either. Very little utility for the CT side, Keith, and they've used most of it already. This could make the difference. And I think they kind of know it, right? A proactive position maybe turns into a proactive push here from the B defenders. We'll find out. A-Core, meanwhile, has to be dealt with cleanly.
Yeah, they are pushing for info now. I think Flit, unless he hears something, is dead to rights. There goes the catwalk execute. A-Core, is he going to be playing for retake? He is. If he didn't have a teammate towards long, he would have committed. But there's Roy. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what FaceCrack's game plan there is. No flash, nothing. And Roy's looking for seconds. He'll go back in, and now they can fully play for retake. Have long control, pushing up Cat. Asilian gives himself to the wayside. And if Flint doubles in here, all of those efforts from Roy are for naught, but Innocent will not fall. The power of the op needs a pick. Who else sees the second? Flash will pop. What a headshot from Jerry. Caught out of the air and put to bed. The power's going in. And how do they continue to pull this off?
Monsters. Absolute monsters, man. The pressure really making them perform well. It was A-Core that I kept talking about under that pressure for Mad Lions on Nuke. But here, FORZE staying alive, defying the odds. And it's so much fun to watch. Innocent will save. And Mad Lions will try again in the next. I don't know that they'll be investing very much into this one, but yeah, some really key turning points here, some really key shots. This one particularly from Jerry that we see briefly. And just catching Mad Lions, I think, panicking. They are sweating a bit. They know how important that round is. The player's trying to force it a bit too much. Now they'll be on an eco. And they kind of have one more rifle round to stay alive in regulation.
How absurd would it be if we go to OT? I don't know if my heart could take it. I'm going to be honest, Scriv. Have someone else on standby, because this is getting a little crazy. The one rifle carried. Innocent takes the fight. No damage given to Jerry. The double stack in. And Jerry's kind of stuck. He's a little trapped. And he's going to continue to fight. They're going to pinch him out here as the power will have the cover. Can't find anyone towards Cat, but Jerry is good, is he not? So power will go ahead and cover him for one last time. And Asilian really wants the power. He's going to take his time. Doesn't want to miss on Jerry. He won't. And now he knows the power should go ahead and clean this up. And that is the case. So here comes the rifles from Mad Lions. Keep in mind, I think Innocent can afford to drop the op. It's going to be an interesting conversation. And it will actually come out. There it is. So op gets put into the round. But that means someone has to downgrade. They probably don't have too many hits. Maybe one max. Low on utility. Probably one or two mollies, Scriv. And I think FORZE are going to know their buy is going to be a little up in the air. FORZE could do something quick, but no, they're going to stick with what's working. A slow default, play for information, play for that control. Oh, this is basically for the win, essentially.
Yeah, dude. Pretty intense. We're looking at another close finish here. Or, well, maybe we have to decide it with a few extra rounds. Grand final definitely delivering here of our 9th Malta Vibes Cup. That is for sure. Missed up shot from A-Core. Roy, meanwhile, waiting for the flash. Oh, messes it up ever so slightly. However, he's able to correct for one. Maybe not enough. We'll see. 4-on-4 coming in. They know that A-Core is around. So power playing patiently might just be able to find the key frag that he needs, that his team needs to turn things around here. Oh, and I like this. Taking a leaf from the Mad Lions T side.
They are, yeah.
Going for the fake.
But the timing on this B hit is going to be after Innocent sees nothing. They'll see the smoke coming over. So Power's going to throw a molly to kind of cut this CT rotator's life into a little bit of a weird spiral. And it's in spray, not going to really connect much. A little bit of damage here and there. But they are stuck out of the sight. So Power really needs that pick on that rotator. He's now going to have to fall back. And it is full retake mode with no nades. It's insta save call. What does this mean? We're going all the way to round 30, Scriv. It is deserved, and it has been worked for by FORZE. And if Mad Lions had maybe one more kill on the entry there, Finish and Spray connects on one player, and they save that one more flash, they could justify it. But the power's positioning and the fact they have nothing, and if they commit and lose, it's almost guaranteed OT. We're going all the way.
We are going all the way. This is definitely what we wanted. Maybe not if you're a fan. You might be sweating a bit. I mean, even you and I having our heartstrings pulled ever so slightly. It's been a bit a bit back and forth, a bit topsy-turvy. Some massive clutch rounds. Just one more for FORZE, though, to take us to overtime. One more for Mad Lions, of course, to take it over the line, stay alive here, and move to train. Warp shot misses. Oh, the bloodbath at long to perhaps decide the game. 1-for-1. And FORZE are happy with that. They're going to move away. They realize that, indeed, the fire has been brought by Mad Lions as well. So not going to bite off more than they could chew. I think they could be happy with that. 1-for-1 trade, always good for the T side, and Shush is pretty heavily tagged. So all in all, they kind of come out on top by a little bit. We'll see whether they can work with that inch, though.
They went back to hold B tunnels, hoping Mad Lions were making an aggressive push, right? Seeing 3 to 4 players from FORZE fighting towards long early, trading 1-for-1 is good for them, and they're banking on Mad Lions getting a bit aggressive. And with the op on A core, you can find just a pick at a moment's notice. And FORZE late catwalk control. This time, A-Core a bit further back than his standard angle. Flash will pop. He's going to come back for 2, and they're actually going to find his teammate. Shush was somewhat blind, and they'll find A-Core. Both A players have fallen. There's still a lurker in lower tunnels, and his timing could not be better. Blake will catch them both. The first is secured, and maybe hello OT. Fire behind him, fire in front of him, and he's gonna need some fire deep inside to make this one happen, Scrib. Another molly, another flash. Oh man, hello OT, I'd say.
Yeah, I think so. Asilian, he does manage to find the first. He thinks there's a bit of a flank coming in, and he's not entirely wrong. I guess Flit is underneath him. What can you do here? He's trying to bait the shot out. It's not happening. Zapower just jumping around, playing for information. Does get naded. The bomb's so far gone, though. Yeah, it's just inevitable at that point. And here we are. Overtime on Dust 2. Honestly, being real, you don't really expect it to come to this. Mad Lions definitely did have a game plan. It is somewhat unorthodox, and it nearly worked. But Zapower, 30-15. That is an insane scoreline.
In regulation, too.
Yeah,
keep that
absolutely
in mind.
Insane. To only die 15 times in 30 rounds. I mean, A-Core's only died in 16, so they're both doing relatively well there, but he's picked up an average of 2 frags every round.
Crazy, isn't it? Good thing I have him on my fantasy roster, Scriv. Just saying. He's a good man to pick up for that. 15 deaths also, which means he's been saving the op. He's been getting guns out. He's been clutching up. He's just been the man for FORZE. Everyone stepping up. No one really lagging behind. And I'm so happy we get OT. It's justified. And what's OT going to show us? Well, we're going to see the double ops from both teams on their CT sides, and we're going to really determine which CT-sided double oppers are more effective. We've seen some quick plays from FORZE, but a lot of the times on this T side, it's been slow, standard defaults, fighting for those picks. And even if they go 1-for-1 towards long or 1-for-1 towards cat, their mid-rounding has been on a roll. But now that money's not an issue, maybe this will change things for Mad Lions. And I mean, maybe is a safe word. It should definitely change things for Mad Lions.
Really taking all the time they have available as well, right? A lot to play for here. The blood really pumping for both these teams. Hearing those ticks, though, I think we will We're looking to get into the action quickly here, boys. I feel that's exactly what the players want, right? You don't want to be waiting too long. All the emotion and everything, all the machinations in your head, getting the better of you, perhaps. So we will indeed, as you hear those slow ticks come in, move into the overtime, Keith. Here we go. Money for days, of course. Not a worry. It just comes down to the Counter-Strike at this point. FORZE. Not sure what they're going to opt for, whether we see an auto or an AWP come out from them. A number of AWPs, sorry, I should have said. Not going to be the case. Exit Power gets so very close with that shot.
Here we go. Acor, cat's been his bread and butter. He's stuck. He's trapped himself. He should fall. Somehow, Almazer couldn't do a thing. Face cracks next up. 3 players here for Mad Lions and Acor. The battle up. Turn shotgun. I have no clue. I can't begin to explain how that happened. Jerry is stuck. The mid players have him trapped. The B site, however, is open for the taking, and Mad Lions have used all their utility script. They've held on for flashes if a retake must occur, but I don't know if they're going to be expecting these players to be this far up. Vasilian dry peaks, he's gone. That's big. Hang on, this round can still flip-flop.
Oh, if innocent, if he'd have gone down without finding a frag. Jerry, though, all the work. He does get his knife out a little preemptively, not expecting a second to be there. Zapower, though, he's done this before. He's found a 1-on-3 before. He's on the AWP. And they are sweating. They know in the back of their mind, we can't let him clutch again. Surely we win this one. Surely we don't end up losing this. They're both coming in together. He has a great angle for it. Flash is coming through, misses the shot on his left low. Going to try and dip out, but surely someone gets on the bomb here for the CT side. Flash over the top. Trying to find a way in. Being blocked. Oh, and they're just holding it. He doesn't know it. That's unfortunate. Will get taken down, but he needed to go wide early. Not going to happen, and Mad Lions finally get their 16th.
Yeah, FORZE into a brick wall there. Mad Lions have been contesting Catwalk, but more timid in regulation, right? It's kind of been Acor here and there. Maybe a rifler in Shush or Roy would come help. But for the most part, it's been just Acor. And FORZE, that's been a comfort for them, is get Catwalk, then we'll make a decision. And, okay, so Power wants to change my point. As Vasilian gets caught. But let me finish it up. So Power don't get another kill. Hang on. As I like to change our Mad Lions. Speaking of change, Roy can escape. And this time punish for the Catwalk aggression. You go solo, and FORZE will take it.
Yeah, the turnaround super quick here from FORZE. Good to see. I'm not quite sure what they're trying to do. Maybe a boost, but they're just getting so very blinded. Innocent. Oh, does get taken down in mid-air by Almazer. Here we go, though. Acor holding from the smoke. They're not coming his way. They're back and forth all around here, keeping the CTs guessing and just playing off of that early man advantage they were able to find. So, danger. Danger here for the CT side in this round. Acor finds the first up close. But with quickly, Shush needs to come in for these trades. He's done a lot of damage, but he will get taken down by Flit on that flank. 16 rounds for FORZE in. That's the back and forth in overtime. It continues here. The intensity has not let up.
Wow. Mad Lions, in my mind, Scriv, if they get a second CT round, trouble is brewing. Almazer has to stop spamming because someone walked in front of him. I'm pretty sure it was Jerry. Not quite the tags they're looking for. Flint forced off. Acor, Catwalk aggression. Face cracks sweating a little bit, but probably happy to be alive as he's going to come up. No flash for him to show his head there. As Mad Lions, one flash, but Acor sticking around. Will there be another flash? I think there has to be. Here it comes in. Acor back in the stairs position. They're going to fight it with 3 players again, Scriv. There's no way FORZE get cut down again.
One would assume. Oh, they're going to find 3 on the uptake. Shush does get a double spray down, but not enough to hold them at bay, at least for now. looking to try and stay strong. We'll have to see. The molly is lined up, trying to come over the top here. Not looking good.
Oh, just a Cillian. The catwalk hold gets decimated from Mad Lions. FORZE not going to be bested twice. This time they have the outpost up. They use good utility, and Mazer checks his corners. And that is 2 on the T side for FORZE. Right about where I think they should be. Mad Lions get the 1 on the CT. It's just been a while since they've been on that T side. So who really knows what we're going to get out of them, right? They could be flat. They could be feeling defeated. We don't really know. 36, by the way, from Power. Some of you might be asking, well, what did he start with going into OT? 30. That is an average of 2 kills per round. And I mean, absurd doesn't even cover it.
Yeah, they're crazy. Absolutely crazy here. He is a beast. He died once in overtime as well, just to keep the stats rolling. So it just shows the impact that he has had in this game and how under, duress from this top tier opponent, I think, and one of, the better teams that they've played in recent memory, and certainly in the Malta Vibes Cup, playing against MIBR, but MIBR are vulnerable. Mad Lions are in a good run of form, as you can see by the 1 official on Dust 2 recently, right? And then they come in and somehow we're in overtime against FORZE, who are a really good Dust 2 team. But the fact that he is fragging so well just accentuates the power and the impact that he has on this team. Honestly, cannot be underestimated, cannot be reiterated enough how much they rely on him and how much he's making a difference in this matchup.
Here we go. Double ops right again from FORZE, Scriv. It started to click near the end of their CT side, so it's probably a comfort for them, as it was for Mad Lions. As Acor has his op, should be no surprise. There's the single op that we saw on their T side. And if there's no good flash here, Face Crack could cut them down. What an off angle he's in. Great second flash. The first started to fade. The second follow-up is a classic. And Face Crack gets deleted. Now, Power is looking for some sort of response, but Mad Lions will not give one for free. And the aggression from Flint. I can't believe he's here. There's no way they'll expect this to be here. There has to be a flash, right? Something. They're going to go. Smokes will be tossed. There's the flash. Flint tucks back in. If he can find 2, it would be wild, Scriv.
Oh, nearly right. He does actually get 2, but not with the 1 bullet. Surely, though, that's even things up. That's what we needed. That's what he wanted. Oh, Shoes creeping in, but Power manages to react. Again, this man on the AWP is an absolute beast. Managing to stay alive, will eventually drop. But surely the AWPers have done enough here. Maybe. It's hard to tell. 2-on-2. Mazer coming through from long. Going to go through the fire. I think he has been heard here. The off angle from Acor. Jumps the gun a little early, but he's so low. It was a Hail Mary play coming in from Mazer, but the timing perfect. Acor tried to get away. Mazer peeks him at the right time off the back of the flash. Oh my goodness. Absolute perfection. And Innocent now is left in a 1-on-2. He's unsure of short. I think he's now sure of short, but misses the opportunity to find the headshot. The gap closing as they're both looking to take him down. It's Jerry to find it, but the assist from Mazer, of course. Map and championship point secured for FORZE.
Now Mazer's going to grab an AK. And there you have it. 1 away and 2 for OT for Mad Lions. If I was them, I'd buy the autos, right? What do you have to lose? Spam those doors. You need something cheeky. You need some sort of advantage. Not gonna do it. AKs, double op, obviously continuing for the FORZE boys. And Mad Lions, this is going to be probably, if they get a mid pick, it's going to be an instant mid to B split. But this catwalk push from the FORZE member, oh, this could be so good from Jerry Scriv.
Bit of an off angle as well. At the very least, he's hearing this information. He's hearing the scope come in. Oh, the quick spin around from Acor after finding the first. That could make all the difference. Jerry does get one. Zapower, meanwhile, going to drop Roy on the flank up high. Almeza good for one. It's another scrappy round that's very hard to call a victor from. 2-on-2. Bomb gets planted. Acor on the back end. Might not be expected. Innocence taking down Facecrack as well. Maybe getting a little giddy there. And Acor gets the backstab. Up to 17 for Mad Lions. They hang on.
One more for another OT. Wild that Jerry's play only gets one. Acor quick to spin around, and they're headed B. A quick B could be in the works as Almeza up to the task. There's no help. There's no one coming. They smoke the molly. He knows. He's dodging the flashes. A molly comes in. The first is gone. What a flash to allow him get two. The third, yes, sir. And it's Shusha alone, mollied out, and that could just be that. Almeza wants it, and he'll get it. FORZE are champions.
Wow. What a way to win the Multivives Cup 9 as well. Honestly, that is insane. We don't quite get the chance to see it again, but I feel that there was a team flash in there from Mad Lions as well. So, oh, heartbreak. Absolute heartbreak. They lose Nuke close. They lose Dust 2 even closer. But what a series. Definitely delivered. Definitely